Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so here we are. What I want to start with is with our podcast, we kind of do a lot of different things. We just had Gangbangers with OTF, Little Dirk in studio session with Duty Low. I've had Burke Kreischer, and I try and just keep the podcast kind of in line with my life and exactly what I'm doing. And that's why these three men are in the room, because they're very significant in my life right now. So I kind of want to go around the room like it's an AA meeting.
Oh.
So you don't have to say you're an alcoholic, but I think this whole weekend we can all kind of agree that we all maybe are alcoholics. But go ahead, Pidge.
Yeah.
What was your background?
Well, my name's Harry, and my TikTok name's like Pigeons, but people call me Pigeon now, so I don't mind it. But
You're an entertainer. You're
I'm an
a content creator.
Yeah, like content creator, like on the startup,
It's like Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Pigeon.
maybe. By the way, you're the owner of the property.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's accurate. Yeah.
So you own the place.
Yeah.
We came out here to hopefully. I don't want to listen. I know it's a very sensitive topic in your world, so I don't want to say anything wrong and get you canceled. So, what is our goal when we came to Nantucket? ACK Sharks.
Catch some large sharks.
Are you allowed to say that, or you got to say tag?
Catch and tag. Yeah, you can catch them, tag them. You have to catch them first and then go from there. But yeah.
So we arrived in the island. What, Pigeon? How many days ago?
So what was it? Saturday afternoon?
Saturday
No, Friday. Was it? I don't know.
We're 0 for 2 right now.
Yeah, we're definitely 0 for 2. So yeah, it's
we're
been
0 for
2 days.
2 on catching sharks, and I kind of want to know the reasoning. And I want to start with you, ACK Sharks. Why are we 0 for 2? Because you're always
We
fucking.
caught like 7 the other day when you were here.
We did.
Yeah. I mean, we're swinging for the fences with these really big ones that we're going for. And there's just not that many of them around, but there's a lot of smaller sharks. We had a bite yesterday that I really thought was
That thing, it took the whole head off.
the real
right?
one. Yeah, you can tell by the teeth marks on the bait. Like that was it was a real one.
But I do have to give some defense, Bob. The thing is, like with the whole fishing thing, he's going for big shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really hard to catch big shit. So your odds go from can we get medium sharks or small sharks, like billions, right? To I want massive sharks. He wanted to give you this massive shark, so he put out a huge bait, went to the massive shark spot.
That's all I
the
want.
odds go
Yeah.
precipitously
Way
down.
Yeah.
So you're saying basically we go out there, we use a bigger hook and bigger bait. That kind of lessens your chances of catching anything because you're only going to get a big bite on it.
Like there's thousands of sharks in that area that are 8 feet and less. There's 400 or so that are of the larger size there.
So where are we right now? We're off the coast of.
in Nantucket. We're what do you mean off the coast of what?
I don't know. I don't know where.
30 miles off Massachusetts, basically. So typically people come from Hyannis. They take the ferry. It's an hour across. They call a place a Gray Lady. So it's foggy here a lot, and there's a ton of sharks.
And this place has a lot of history, right? Nantucket has a lot of history.
Whaling history. Yeah, there was like a big whaling community. They would go out there and harpoon whales and very nautical themed history. It's like 400 years of.
That was like the Japanese whalers show, right? Back in
No,
the day
this was like savage, like guys in little dories throwing harpoons and getting towed around for a day. Like a Nantucket sleigh ride is when you throw a harpoon at a whale and then get towed around in a little boat for days.
You kill the whale?
Yeah, they killed the whales.
Really? That's
the
that's
oil.
gotta be frowned upon. You can't be killing whales.
Not anymore.
Back in the
300
day,
years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. This was like fucking a month ago.
Nantucket,
Yeah, we
Nantucket
just
was
got
the
one, yeah.
largest whaling community business center in the whole entire world for like 100 years. So extremely wealthy. They made whale oil. They take whales, they melt down their blubber, they put it in these vats, and then that's what they would use to light the candles in their homes. So every single house in America in that period in time didn't have electricity. So they had no light bulbs. Their light bulb wasn't invented yet.
This is what I wanted.
And
the
so
history of
they
Nantucket.
would melt down the whale oil. You'd buy the whale oil. You'd put it in a little candle. You'd put it here, and that way you could see. So it's magical, right? All of a sudden you can see. So the people that made all the money back in that time were whalers because they could make this oil. And then petroleum was discovered. When petroleum was discovered, now you just make gas for your lights, and you don't need whale oil anymore. So the whaling industry shut down. Nantucket shut down, and Nantucket was basically went from having like 50 to 60,000 people in like the 1700s to having like 4,000 or 5,000 people. So it went deserted because there was no industry here.
Where is that
100
right
years.
now?
In the summertime, it's like 50,000 people. In the wintertime, I think it's about 20,000 people ish.
So how expensive? I know this is rude to ask, but like how expensive is this house that we fucked up this weekend?
It's about $3 million, which for Nantucket is not a lot of money.
Right. It's a great area. It's quiet. It's a
Yep.
good place to come. People
Yep.
spend their summers here.
Yep.
A lot of beautiful women out here.
Tons.
Well, they like the finer things in life, Bob.
What do you mean? Is that like directed about money?
Yeah.
So women like, is that, I gotta know, do women like money? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think money and clout for sure.
Don't be a wise ass.
No, so
Don't bring me back to the club.
no, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Don't fuck with me right now because I had a long night with the girl.
No,
I
I'm just saying.
relapsed with the girl last night. I was on a 5-hour call. It was just so bad.
Yeah, I know.
It was just not a good time. I don't want to go back there.
Well, I think in general, though, yeah.
So it went from whaling, whatever, and now we're at a point where what interests us is fucking great white sharks.
Yep.
You said an interesting point yesterday, Elliot. You said that they started 50 sharks were on this island. How long ago?
Oh gosh. So this area is like the new South Africa. This is going to be the highest density of great whites soon. So like a while ago, there wasn't that many white sharks. You could catch them after Jaws. They would go on like monster killing charters. Like this guy Frank Mundus out of Long Island. Like you would go out and pay to charter and kill a huge shark, and great whites were the #1 target. So they pretty much wiped those out. But then they started protecting them in like the 70s and 80s.
Who were the people that started to protect the whale? The sharks.
National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the state
PETA
puts
people,
out,
like the PETA?
ish, yeah. I mean, there's they started realizing that these are apex predators. They're very important in our environment, and wiping them out is not a good thing. But Jaws really did a lot of bad things for sharks in general.
Wow. Have you got canceled yet from Elliot? Like, is Elliot, like, when I started to fuck with him, PETA started messaging me.
Oh, Peter started messaging you?
Yeah, like,
I didn't know that. Love
Is
these
that
guys.
true?
No, like, because because
Well, I
obviously,
don't-
like, dude, here's the deal. You got all these, like, environmentalists, right? And all these people that
yeah.
care about, like, just let the fucking things be and float out there and do
No
I think
animal contact.
People are
of any
definitely.
kind.
I think we've been saying the word "great white," which I think is like just a trigger word for a lot of people. And I think
it's a little bit,
people are like nervous, like, "Oh, are you killing the sharks? What are you doing?"
No.
Like, yeah, no. We're catching and releasing.
Let's let Elliot
right?
take it from here because I don't want to.
I mean, yes, there are several large species of sharks you can catch here. We are fishing for large sharks. It could be a dusky, it could be a sand tiger, it could be a mako, it could be whatever. There are species here, and it's not illegal to hook them, but to target them is one thing. And we're just sort of using large baits for large sharks in this area.
If you just happen
And,
to hook
yeah,
one, what's the
and-
protocol?
Right, you just unhook them or cut the line and let them go. We
Yeah,
have
but what do
special hooks that rust out. I mean, it's not like it's bad. Think about what sharks do. They eat seals. They attack seals. They're getting scratched up and things like they have a very rough lifestyle. And they're one of the fastest healing animals on the planet. They don't get cancer. They're very they've been around for 400 million years. They are tanks. And it's not like a little hook is gonna really hurt them.
And there's two ways to go about getting them. You can either go on the beach like we did, or we can take your boat, which is called what?
Unfortunately, no.
What is it called?
It's the name of the boat.
What is it called, though? What is it called?
Oh, the kind of boat?
The boat. What is the boat called? Like every boat has a name. Like fuck you. Like out here, it's like the
Dude,
yachts. are like fuck
here's
you.
it,
just
here's it.
said
I
it.
fucking answered you twice. Like
Oh, I
what?
thought you were responding a different way. It's called unfortunately not.
Ding.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. You say, what's the name of the boat? I say, unfortunately, no.
How the fuck did you come up with the name? Unfortunately not for your boat.
I'll go real quick in the
It
story.
sounds like a
'cause it's
really
not that
rich
great.
guy
Yeah.
fucking thing.
No.
I like it.
So anyway, I don't name my boats. You have to, when you go to the Coast Guard, you have to register the boat if you're going to document your vessel, which I did. I went to the place to do it, and in there is a place you have to fill in, and it says name of vessel. Well, I don't have a name for the boat. This is years ago. And so the woman was there, and she goes to me, she says, does the boat have a name? And I said, unfortunately, no. And she goes, no, I need the name of the boat. And she goes, that's the name.
Bang.
That's it.
What about I don't give a fuck? That would have been a better one.
I didn't have it in me at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not that quick,
Because there's got to be like a lot of. It seems like this area in Nantucket's a lot of rich people, right? And there's like I met
Yeah.
This
yesterday.
island in general is
I was like brokering deals, like I was trying to talk shit and trying to be the man, and then the guy's like, "Well, my father is the president of the XFL." I'm like, "Where the fuck am I?" So I'm talking like doing all this shit with all these people, all these rich people. But is it a small community of like if you fuck somebody's girl, like they're gonna find out about it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask you here: Are you single or married or kind of?
So it's a summer community. In the summertime, there's tons of people here. Those people come and go. I don't think those people notice, but the people that live here will, because it's an island. They're all on this island all the time. So if you live here year round, it's people know each other. They know what's going on.
I think that's why I like to move around so much, because like if you stay in one area too long, too many people talk. Like in Boston kind of has that seaport area. It's like like if you fuck a girl, like it's gonna be talked about. Like that's why I like to move around. I just make it.
I think one thing you notice is a very low vape zone.
What?
Yeah,
Low
it's a low
vape.
vape zone.
That was
Dude,
hilarious.
listen, I owe you so much for staying here. Thank you.
LVZ, low vape zone.
Low vape.
So
zone.
can I tell you a fun story about Pigeon last night?
It's the best, actually.
This is a true story. Okay. So if you don't know me, right, I really do, believe it or not, I like
Low
to
vapes.
try and keep a very low, small circle, right? Very tight. If I don't fucking know you, I don't fuck with you. I want to keep everything low key. So fuckface, it's like 2 a.m. yesterday.
Pigeon boy.
He owns the house. ACK Sharks is over here now. I don't know if I can speak on it, but I heard there's a significant other potentially now in the mix. Great timing as we're trying to wrestle great white sharks. I'm watching you create the notebook too over here.
There's definitely like distraction things. We can get into that later, but you know,
Make this real scandalous.
Yeah.
But anyway, so last night, you know, for you, dude, you're like good looking, like 22-year-old kid. So I look
If anybody
over,
can do it.
but I'm looking over and I'm looking around. There's a lot of like good looking younger girls.
Yeah.
And I look over and he's just like with this like 60-year-old MILF all night. And they're like up on each other, like 60 years old.
Dude,
And
she was like 55, probably.
She was up there.
Bob,
Yeah,
it's
she was up there.
it's called a fetish.
I'm into that stuff too.
No, he's got a fetish.
No, I think she was married too. She told
Do
me.
you have a MILF fetish?
Yeah, I like moms for sure. I don't know if I have a fetish, but I have a.
I think
moms,
it is by definition.
Yeah, it is by definition.
All I know is
right,
that any
yeah.
girl that I saw,
Yeah,
because you're a good-looking guy that come up to you sometimes, any girl I saw around the ages of 21 to 25 that came up to you, you kind of pushed them away and focused on the MILF.
Yeah, something like that.
So, long story short, the end of the night comes, they close the bar. Guess what fuckface says to me? He goes, "Hey,
Wait, I was trying to parlay you.
we got 7 people
No,
coming
no,
back
no,
to the
no,
house.
no.
7 people
No,
over 60.
no.
7 people. No, they were all
It's like a fucking retirement home.
7 people over 60. No, there was a mix. It was like 25-year-old, 35-year-old, 2 40-year-olds, a 55. and I was like, bro,
I
this
didn't
is just
know
fucking-
there was that big of a crew. I really didn't. I thought it was just those two girls.
Yeah, but you got to know that if you fuck with me,
No, I know.
you fuck with
I
him.
know,
You got to
I
have
know.
respect to his house.
No,
You're
I
gonna bring
know.
7 people into his
No,
fucking house?
no. So then when we pulled up,
I want to
was
talk
like,
real
fuck
quick about
off.
the fetish thing though, because what you're not understanding is the box average age is probably 23.
Yeah.
If you're pulling people out of there above 40, that's such an effort. You swatted away all the kids, all of them, and you went right for fetish material.
Yeah,
you
literally.
should like think about it, dude.
That's a good percentile. Like think about it. Like if like say 97% of the people in the box are like 23.
What is the
And
box?
then the
chicken
box.
box.
The
It's where you were.
The
Chicken
group.
box is a popular.
The box.
Yeah.
It's the bar in Nantucket to go
chicken
to.
coop.
Younger crowd, good vibe, dancing,
22.
whatever.
Yeah.
Got it. A lot of young people.
If
there.
97% of the girls are 23 and there's like 3% that are above whatever 40, that's a pretty good pull. I mean, like, and married too. Like married, she said.
I had a feeling this podcast would not be about sharks. Go ahead.
But like, yeah, that's a pretty good percentile. Like that's like what, the 3% pull?
What, you're proud of pulling that 3%?
I mean,
By the way,
she
he
was
didn't pull-
good looking too.
By the way, by the way,
What?
Yeah.
let's go around the room here. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. 2 nights on Nantucket. What are you?
What do you mean? What am I?
0 for 2. That's what you are.
Oh yeah, 0 for 2. Yeah, yeah. Bob is 1 for 2.
1 for 2.
Yeah.
2 for 2. Can I say that?
Really?
Or one? I don't like both.
I think it's how many and how many nights. So you'd
Oh,
be more like 1-1. Like,
one,
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like out of our
Yeah.
you know, you 2 nights in a row, you've gotten the job done.
No.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of a mix of sharks and getting pussy. I was rebounding off a relationship. You were in fucking, I don't even know, with this. I was watching you at the front of the boat, like literally like Jack and fucking Rose in the Titanic.
It was.
While the sharks just floating around here.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know, I'm busting your balls today because it is fucking day 3. We got a little pressure on us.
A little pressure.
We're going fishing, right?
Yeah. Right. I thought we are.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
good.
yeah.
You think we take the boat out today?
It's up. Yeah. It's up to him.
Yeah. I think we had a bite on a great white.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So we go back to the same area that we went to.
It depends on the wind. We do have to look at that.
But yeah, I think we're gonna be fine.
Okay.
The mic on the inside.
Well, we have a
Sounds
lot of pressure today.
Yeah. So all right. So cool. Real quick. So Elliot, I want to
Yes.
know this real quickly. What is the confidence level on actually hooking a great white today? What do you think the percentage chance is?
I think it's as good as it's possibly gonna get.
Why is that?
Because we had a bite yesterday. They've been up there. Like there's a very high density of them in the area. We had a bite yesterday that was a real one. And you can just tell by like they have very large teeth. They don't have that many teeth, but they have large teeth that are serrated, and like the fish was that big that we were using for bait. It was then that big, and you could see the big teeth marks. It's just like you CSI that shit.
So when you see a big teeth mark, you're like, they're fucking out here, the big ones.
Yeah, and the way that balloon, like right after you jumped in, like the balloon was just like.
You want to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
that? real
yeah,
quick? So
Yeah.
talk about that.
Pigeon, Harry, whatever it is,
Very
Bait-
disappointed
pigeon
last
bait.
night.
the artist formerly known as.
I was like Secret Service, this motherfucker.
Okay, let's talk about the jump in the part though. That's
All right,
crazy.
so he decides that he's going to jump in the water in a
Pussy
shark-infested area that's shut down. By the way, Great Point is shut down for swimming. By
you
the
can't even
by-
swim in Great Point.
Correct. They
Wow.
shut it down
That's how
because they
shark-infested
saw
it is.
sharks, great white sharks, eating
They
seals.
they
right when
literally
you jump
5
in.
seals were eaten in 2
Right,
days.
it's not,
right there.
not made up. You can look it up on the internet.
So
It's right there.
you can't go swim in the area we were.
We
because-
didn't tell him that.
No.
Yeah, but
He
he
didn't
didn't
tell
even,
me that.
bro, he didn't even do it right.
I mean, dude,
he was
it
trying to get
terrifying.
badass. He was trying to be this like alpha.
Oh, I'll do
20.
it today. I'll do it again today.
No, we don't need to do it. So anyway, he half kind of jumped in the water. It was kind of cute. He frazzled him, jumped back in the boat and everything, whatever.
Look like a cat.
Yeah, like a little cat, you know. But anyway, so he jumps in the water, gets back in the boat. No less than 40 seconds later, we go tight on a great white.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So-
Maybe the large.
Oh, it was a great
whatever.
white. It was a
That's
great
when we
white.
got our bite. Was right after when you
It
jumped
was.
in.
Literally 40
Legitimately, yes.
seconds later, we went tight.
All right, so like I have a mentality, like I got everybody's back in the room. I think that hopefully you guys all do too. So hypothetically, he jumps in that ocean and we see him all of a sudden just bad timing. He jumps in the wrong time. And this fucking thing just grabs him and he starts ripping around like the poor guy that died.
like in
gosh.
Jaws.
No,
In,
Egypt. The guy
in
that-
Oh yeah,
Egypt,
the guy. I
Egypt
almost
thing.
said
That video
Egypt
is
thing.
Oh,
gross.
so gross.
It was. They allowed it on the internet too, right? It was everywhere.
Yes, it was
But
everywhere.
the seal
Wow.
attacks right there are similar. The seals are popping up and getting eaten and they're bleeding.
Oh, then
and
it's like half of them
You know,
still,
it's
like-
legitimately the same thing, but just in seal world, like seals are getting eaten just like that guy was.
I've seen it.
But
I've-
what would we do
dude.
truthfully? Like, be honest. I want everybody's honest response here. You have to like really dig deep in your soul, think, and tell
How
me
far
what
is he
you
away
do.
from the boat? Like
He
he's
jumps in
right there.
at where exactly where he jumped in,
And the
like a
shark
little
grabs him
pussy,
and pulls him
leaps
away?
The shark just kind of comes and like takes him a little bit, and swings him around a
It
little
would-
bit.
it would
But he's
dive
right
you
near
down.
us. What are you doing?
I mean, there's no wrong answer in the sense that what you're going to do, you know what you're going to do, which is you're going to stay in the fucking boat. Because if he's too stupid to jump in shark-infested waters, you can't save him. So the shark's going to eat you and him. You're going to have two people dead instead of one.
No
So,
way. Really?
100%.
Sometimes there's two.
If
There's
he jumps
videos
off
of
a
two
cliff
of them.
that's 10,000 feet, you're going to jump to save him?
Yeah, no.
No,
you're
but
gonna dive,
No,
Bob.
no. I
Makes
think
sense.
I think that the chances of survival are a lot higher though if you no.
You'd have to,
Because
like,
if he already
harpoon
has him
it.
in his mouth, there's only one mouth. Maybe there's a hypothetical
No,
second.
once it's bloody in the water, the shark
dude,
gets.
they-
So we
they get
dive
rabid.
with sharks all the time,
Yeah.
and when you're around the sharks and there's no food source, they're cool.
They're chill.
They're
They're
chill.
just kinda
You can
swimming around doing their
some of them
thing.
you can even pet, like blue sharks. You can go up to them and literally pet them.
yeah.
But the moment you put a food source in the water and they know it's a food source, i.e., pigeon bleeding,
They,
right?
Bleeding to
totally
death
They
different.
in the
bite
water.
everything.
Yeah, and
It's
they
over.
move different. They're faster. They're
everything
twitchy.
changes.
Everything is just like
you're staying in the
savage.
boat too. You're letting him fucking die.
No,
Oh,
no,
you're gonna
I'm gonna
have-
gaff
I mean,
him.
yeah, I know,
I'm gonna,
yeah.
Yeah, there you
You're
go.
gonna gaff
I'm gonna take the gaff and hook
Yeah.
him with a gaff like you would a tuna and pull him in. There you
Dude,
go.
I swear to God,
That's
if
what I
you're
would do.
loyal to me, I will fucking jump in and
Right,
try
so
and
two
mess-
people dead. Whatever, that's fine. You
Go missing.
You're like, that's like if I was in the
Yeah.
military. The first thing they teach you is, don't go after someone you can't save.
Yeah.
Right. You have two soldiers dead.
But that's off a 0%.
It's 0%.
Well, if the shark dives, like, wouldn't it dive deep in the
No,
water?
they eat on the surface.
Oh, they
Okay,
thrash.
okay.
Like, you know when
Oh,
dogs
they
like grab
thrash,
like
okay.
a shoe toy. and
So
go
so
like
they
that?
bite down and they thrash like this
Yeah.
with their sharp
Like
teeth.
that part of Jaws is true. Like
Yeah.
they depict that in Jaws with the great whites right on the surface. That's what they do.
Yeah, but also too, what they do is these sharks breach, right? Great whites breach. They kind of shoot
South
up in the air.
Africa.
In South Africa. So it's a whole different strategy here because South Africa, they come up like from the deep. Like when you see those crazy Shark Week videos, it's deep there. And they're like, they'll see the seal way up there and they'll go really fast and they'll air out on it. Here, it's shallow. It's like they can't build up the speed to breach like that.
Okay.
So that it's more of a they're fast. I mean, sharks can swim like 40 miles an hour. Like,
Right. What's your greatest catch of all time?
I caught a 13-foot 2-inch tiger shark. Took me 6 hours to reel in. It was over 1,000 pounds from, that was my biggest shark.
Oh, you're on a boat or you're on the beach?
Both. It was so it took all the lines. So we were on a sandbar and then I had to jump on a boat and follow it for like 4 hours. And then it came back and we jumped off and then landed on the beach. It was nuts.
One of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my life, and it's footage that's never been ever shown to anybody yet. And we're gonna mix it in this vlog. For this vlog, we're gonna put this shit in there because it's the greatest thing you'll ever see. So you guys have came out and you struck out. We've gone over 2 with sharks, right?
Yeah.
The last time I went out with Elliot, we're doing the beach shark fishing. So what it is you want to explain? I think it's better if you explain the beach
the
shark.
yacht thing, whole thing.
No, how
Oh,
you set up,
all right.
how you go about setting up the beach shark thing.
I mean, basically here in Nantucket, it's you cast these. I have these 15-foot rods, and you cast out a chunk of bait, like 100 feet.
Typically bluefish.
Typically bluefish or
Bluefish.
or tuna or whatever, like 100 feet off the beach, and the sharks come in very close here, and you look over, and the rod will go
They
off.
just go like this. They go snap, and then that's where you get so excited.
Yeah.
And you see Elliot running like a fucking SEAL Team 6 member, like full speed,
Oh, yeah.
straight to the rod, and then he goes to work.
Right. And
So 6 hours, if you're by yourself on the beach, you have to constantly be on it.
yeah. I did 11 hours with Pence on a freaking sawfish.
Whoa,
From the beach, too.
Whoa,
That's a
he's
whole.
dropped that.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Subtle little flex thing.
Sorry.
So you went fishing with Mike Pence, former president, VP.
Yeah.
I've sat down and interviewed his guy just above him.
Oh.
So let's not flex our dicks here. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does the Mike Pence fishing trip take place? And there's got to be a shitload of Secret Service.
There was.
He's a sportsman, right? So he loves to do.
I mean, yeah, he was the whole family came out. So when he got there, like 6 dudes, and like it was funny because they were like Secret Service dudes, but they're on the beach, so they have like funny shorts on and their earpieces. I don't know. They weren't
Is this
like
in Nantucket though?
no, this is in Florida.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, they're like the Vice President of the United States is approaching, and
Oh, he didn't tell you before?
no,
Yeah,
my
because you could set up
God.
like an attack probably.
yeah,
If
and
you were crazy like.
And basically, yes, they took my tackle box and they took out like the knives and like anything sharp. They like took everything. They're like, we'll return
So you
this to you
can't kill
later.
the vice president.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I was already hooked into this thing. I had hooked into this sawfish before he got there. So I'm like 5 hours deep, and his crew
Oh, you didn't
arrives.
even know. You didn't even know
Yeah.
he was pulling up.
Yeah, I had set
Yeah,
up.
they can't tell you that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
I think to like move those guys around, like, isn't it like how expensive do you think it is for the president to travel from point A to point B?
Oh, dude, the bridge to the island we were on, they closed down the bridge. You can't have a boat within miles of the bridge when he comes over. It was like they closed everything down. It's nuts.
Yeah, we went to when we went down to Mar-a-Lago to do the Trump interview.
Yeah.
We went down there, and Kyle, my partner at the time, was kind of like giving me shit because I kind of orchestrated the effort, believe it or not, whatever Dana White wants to say or whatever. I started the mission to get Trump. Long story short, we kind of like always, Kyle and I, why are you rolling your eyes when I tell the story? This is a very fascinating story. Not a lot of people get stumped.
He
He
looked
looked at this girl again.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to talk to her too. I got a lot of things to say to her too.
I wasn't rolling.
I don't know
Cool.
what
Tell me.
happened.
Sorry.
But what I'm saying is the one thing the Secret Service told us when we showed up was, first of all, we fishbowled the Sprinter van and smoked weed before the interview, before talking about World War III, nuclear war, Vladimir Putin. Me and Steve will do it. Steve will do it. It's like, yo, you want to smoke? I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Hit the blunt. I'm like, holy fuck. Texted my Secret Service agent guys on the ground, and I was like, yo, we got to fuck with this guy Kyle, who's my partner, because he's kind of like not giving me enough credit for this. So I want you to like flex me, make me look good. So the Sprinter van opens up, Secret Service comes up, and they said, hey, we need every motherfucker in here's ID except for him. He's good. And I was like, that's right, Kyle, suck my dick. Walked outside. We walk in, and there's like 3 layers. So we go in. We get greeted by this guy. He kind of breaks it down. It's business, like straight, like whatever. And the one words that the Secret Service said to us that stuck with me, where they were like, there's one rule here. Just don't wander, or we will kill you.
Wow.
Oh
Straightforward.
my God.
That's what they said. They said, do not wander. We know who you are. We know what you guys do. This is a different fucking animal. Do not wander. We will fucking kill you.
Like, so you need to be like in their eyesight.
So, I mean, you have so many people, whatever. And then we went and sat down. We were supposed to sit down at 1 o'clock. I was so high. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even prep for this shit. We flipped this around like 24 hours. And like, I sit down and like, I looked at Kyle. It's 12:30. And I'm like, yo, Kyle, what are we going to talk about? And right before I can finish, he comes in. He's like, this is going to be a huge episode. I want to let you know this is going to be huge.
It's a good voice.
This is your biggest fucking like episode ever.
Guy's
Whatever.
a
And I'm like,
legend.
oh my
Guy's a
God, I'm
legend.
high and I'm interviewing the President of the United States on nuclear war. And it was one of the craziest moments. But the Secret Service shit is insane. And that's why, like, back to the military stuff. Like, you have a military background?
I was in the Air Force active duty 4 years. So just right out of high school, did a term. It was awesome.
The way you kind of described it, though, was there action or was it?
I mean, I was a med tech. I was in during, a couple of conflicts. So I'm a wartime vet by definition, but no crazy action. Nothing,
That takes balls, though, to do that.
I was just lucky to serve my country. Loved it.
Hats off to you. I couldn't. I don't think I could do it. Like having to go out in Afghanistan and like I sat down with Dakota Meyer once. It was I misphrased. I said that he won the Medal of Honor. You don't win the Medal of Honor. You're awarded the Medal of Honor. So I misspoke. But he was like in this Humvee, and it was like 5 guys here, 2 separate cars, and they were going through this town and whatever the fuck it was. I think it was Kabul or whatever it is. No.
Is that what it's called?
There was just separation between the 2 vehicles. I could be describing this story not as accurate as possible. They go in the first group and they just get ambushed by 200 Taliban. They set them up. So they're just getting fucking smoked. And I don't know how many made it. I don't think many made it. And so they kind of got to pull back the second Humvee because, they're taking fire, so they pull back. Long story short, Dakota calls in with his guys and he says, hey, our guys are getting killed in there. Can we go in and fucking get them? And they're like, no, like stand down. You're not going in. He calls again.
Right.
No.
Stop right there, though. See? Stand down. Don't go in. You're going to die. Homeboy's in the water.
Yeah.
Stand down. Don't
Yeah.
go in, Bob.
Yeah.
But you
Gonna die.
know who goes in? The Medal of Honor recipient Dakota Meyer. You know what I have a problem with him?
Okay.
I'd fucking go in. I don't know about 200 Taliban coming at me like that with bullets. But
I'll pick the shark.
But
over
on his
that. Yeah,
5th
right.
attempt, of calling in, he's like, fuck it. We're just going in.
Holy shit.
And then just fucking, they were going through, and I was like, dude, just, you have 200 fucking Taliban that already set this up, knew you were coming. And just, I asked him what his closest comment was, and it was like from here to here.
Oh my God.
Like just hand to hand, like fucking, it was just like, it was a long ass gunfight and all that shit. That stuff, like I used to love like watching military discipline videos growing up. That was just my thing. And alligators and crocodiles and tornadoes. Hey, buddy.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
This haircut's hilarious. Look at him.
By the way, that motherfucker bit me the other day.
Yeah, he's fight.
He will.
He's like feisty if you don't
Yeah,
like.
he
If
will.
he
What
doesn't
have you
like
done wrong? Why is that dog biting?
It's a guy. Right? It's a guy dog.
Guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's,
Why are people so like fucking like?
Okay, he's
I don't
gonna
know
sit
if it's a
here
girl
now,
or
yeah.
guy. I
Yeah.
can't tell if it's a girl, guy,
No.
dog. So I just
mean,
fucking.
Well, you got to look at the
The nuts. Well, he doesn't have nuts anymore.
But yeah,
so.
no, he's been yeah.
So
So can I tell you one thing about Elliot and Sharks?
Yeah, this is an open floor, dude.
All right, this I think this is funny as hell. Probably no one else thinks it's funny, right? So here's the deal: you get Elliot
better be funny.
catching huge sharks on the beach, wrestling sharks, and so like down in Palm Beach, catch these hammerheads, catch these bull sharks.
Big hammers.
They're huge. Like the percentage of big
14
sharks coming
feet.
off that beach.
I've seen
It's truly crazy. So if you get on the beach, it's a 300-pound, 400-pound, 500-pound shark. He goes in the water, gets it, goes in the water, pulls the shark up. He wants to get the mission here is to get the hook out of the mouth and to tag it quick and let it go, right? So it's like an actual purpose in wrangling the shark, so you can let it go, right?
Yeah, he
And
jumps
so,
to the back and everything.
he's literally in the water with the shark, right?
Well, how long can it survive when it's pulled to the surface? Can it sit there for like an hour?
No,
It's like 5 minutes tops,
Yeah.
but we usually get it in like a minute or two.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
he's
got the-
wrestling the shark, the whole
2,000
thing.
things.
It's wild. It's crazy. So those you got to do that sometime, right? So that's absolutely epic. The other thing we do is we dive a lot,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we dive in the ocean,
See
we
where this
free
is going.
dive, we
Yeah.
kill fish to eat and things like that. He is mortally afraid of sharks in the ocean. It is the funniest fucking thing you will watch. We're diving with like five dudes.
seen that.
We're diving with 5 dudes. Shark Boy, who's wrestling sharks on the beach,
know
right?
what they can do,
He
man.
sees a shark come in the boat. Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I don't even want to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I consider you like when I have a fascination about something, I consider you like an expert, right? So like when I went and chased the massive tornado that I almost died in, by the way, guys, very impressive that I did that. I want to just put my nuts on the table.
Big time.
When you're staring down an EF5 tornado coming right at you and you're not afraid, that's when you know
let's
you're a
go.
fucking man. So I got the best storm chaser in the world to chase a tornado with me. I brought in the best fucking shark hunter, apparently. We're 0 for fucking 2. So what are we, what
We've
the,
caught like 25 sharks
but I'm
together,
saying
Rob.
with these guys here, with the,
No,
the
it's
vlog.
on camera. On camera, we're 0 for 2. Yeah.
Do you know the bet I have on the line right now?
Yeah,
If we don't not catch a shark today, do you know what I have to do? I have to take them tomorrow to Las Vegas to go play blackjack with Dana White. And I haven't even ran this by Dana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll go catch them.
So let's even if we got some, plant some fish out there or something.
Yeah.
You know?
He's got a cage. Yeah. We'll go to there.
Do you want to come in for a minute? Sit with us? No? Yeah, I mean, just sit right here. Join. You can sit right here.
Will it come up or not? With
Yeah, no, we're good. I wanted to because there's so many fascinating people around here, and I just want to keep talking for a couple hours.
Are those my joggers, dude?
those my joggers.
Did I leave those downstairs? Because they're the exact joggers I wear, and I never saw you with them before.
Look at his face.
Where'd you get those?
All right, so dude, I got to real. All right, so like,
She was in your
My
closet.
joggers,
no,
dude?
no, listen,
They were folded up in the closet.
dude, you have to understand. Okay,
You went. You
Oh
stayed in my
my
house.
no, they weren't folded up in the closet. Nope, they weren't. They were on the floor, scattered
You
near my
should-
shit.
Yeah, dude. Those were filthy.
All right, did I know they were your
Yes.
joggers? Yeah.
Do you know what happened, dude?
Let me
What?
just notice his mid-interview. And he's like,
What is this stain?
My genetics are everywhere. on
No,
those.
I actually, dude, I'll be honest with you. I
if
actually
you know
kind of
what I
felt
mean.
guilty.
Right,
Dude,
Like,
low key, I kind of felt guilty. Like I came up here knowing that I had your joggers on.
Yeah, but you don't know what I know, and now I feel guilty.
You did not.
Like,
You did not.
You know,
I was just wondering how he got new clothes. He's been
I'm
wearing
like, let's just say,
he came here with. I'm like,
let's
what do you
just say
bring?
that
He's
was
like,
used to clean up.
This has been a filthy house the past couple days. This is a beautiful place.
All right.
You're in my joggers. Like,
All right.
Dude, I felt like we just fucked with each other. Like I would jump on a shark for you.
Bob is like in a new level of dialed where he's
tell
like,
this story
no,
about
no,
my
no, no,
dick dirty?
No, I'm not gonna tell that story. I'm not gonna tell that
They
story.
were on the floor,
No.
filthy, and he picks them up and puts them on. Dude, are you wearing undies? Are you
No,
free balling
come-
in those?
Well, you know what's funny is what I always try and do is I try and like
This is
you know,
horrible.
anything
This
I
is so
take,
funny.
I try and like 3x the value, right? So like if I take a pair of joggers, you're gonna get a little care package going in the mail soon with maybe 3 pairs of new joggers with no cum stains on them this time.
We're off this thing. We'll talk about what's happened with those joggers.
I swear on my life, like I just pack shit. Like I go on the go.
Yeah.
I had a feeling I didn't know, and
Yeah.
I was like, like the joggers weren't like folded.
No.
They were just sitting on the floor, like wrangled up. And I was like, you know what? Like I had a rough night. I was like fighting with my ex-girlfriend again. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
No, yeah.
Actually,
no,
you
I
know
didn't bring her back though. I didn't bring her back. No, he fought outside of the chicken coop or whatever. He fought him. Did you like fight with them?
Because you were in a bunk bed.
Fought with who?
With the 6-year-old. With the 6-year-old.
Yeah. So, dude, here's the
Yeah,
deal.
no. Were you guys
talking
chirping
about?
back and forth? I didn't know what they were chirping about.
So
but
what I
all of
was
a sudden
chirping about is I
So
was
when Pigeon's pulling out the senior citizens, right?
Pigeon
yeah, they're in a wheelchair.
Right, like-
I had to get handicap accessible.
So
down the
wait,
stairs.
can we just define this to make sure he understands it's a fetish? This woman is older than your mother.
Yeah, probably.
Duh, fetish.
1,000%.
Yeah,
So
that's.
the bar closes. I go outside, and all of a sudden he's like, "All right, let's go." And he's waving me in, and I'm looking in like
I
I'm
was
very like
I was alley-ooping you.
I'm very aware of my like he is in the ocean. I'm aware of my
Was
surroundings.
there any wheelchairs or walkers?
Yeah,
or
it was,
anything, or what was it?
they had the walkers. And
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
And so I was just like, no, this is not happening. This
Wait,
is not our house.
her friend.
I don't
okay.
I barely know you, and I've also stole your joggers. I fucking slept in your house 2 days. I'm like, I'm not bringing 7 people back here when he has kids upstairs. So I just shut him down
No,
quick.
just to be clear, you've been a gentleman. I'm happy you're here.
Oh, yeah.
You've
I
been
I think I was a
gracious.
gentleman up until I stole the joggers.
Dude, no, in all seriousness, so anybody watches, right? I didn't know you from a hole in the wall. You've
Yeah.
thanked me 15 times. You've tried to be respectful. No, I'm not. I said, what's Bob like? I'm like, it's a regular dude. He's a nice guy. He helped dig the Jeep out. He's like helping with
Oh,
everything.
the Jeep was
Yeah.
quick. You were like underneath.
I got a video of that, dude. You're
Dude,
the only
he was-
one. You're the only one. Like you're gonna go save
No.
him for sharks. You're under their hand
Dude,
digging.
he was literally like in the sand. Like he was
So
like
Elliot.
a part of the sand.
Sit on his lap.
So his
Sit on his
lap.
lap. Yeah, sit on his lap.
Sit on
Sit on
his
his lap
lap.
and share the mic with him. Yeah, yeah. So and let's I think it's,
Yeah.
I think it's fitting for the weekend.
Come on
I mean,
in.
you guys,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, get in here.
you guys are
Come on
like
Wow.
Ryan Gosling and fucking what's the other one? Ryan Gosling.
Oh, in the Notebook.
Yeah, I keep making notebook jokes.
Wow. You got me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the couch.
Thank you.
So when you come in and talk,
we're
just
doing
make sure
this
you're
too?
talking to the mic so we can all just hear
Yeah.
each
Make
other.
sure you talk like right. Yeah.
You, by the way, you have a fascinating background too.
Oh, thank you.
You search for treasure?
Yeah, generally speaking, metal detecting, more specifically treasure hunting.
She's Danish.
Danish.
You kind of get a little nervous when she gets around here, you know? I think sharks sense that. They kind of go away from,
No, I'm
We've
good.
sharks love me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well.
Just want to make sure. It's moving fast here.
Wait, they
It
actually
is
had a
moving
really,
fast.
they had a really interesting story about the cabinet, right? Remember
Oh,
when
the
he was telling
ghost?
it? You guys are gonna tell that story.
Oh.
Ghost, dude.
Yeah.
Make sure you just give us
When you
it
get
all
it-
in that mic when you're talking. So I can hear it. I don't have to do the editing shit with these guys.
Got it.
You can pick either black object that's towards your face.
Thank you.
All right, so the ghost story is pretty wild. So in her world, like it's all about spots, like for metal detecting. Like, and I got a guy.
I didn't know you were her legal representative here explaining her business here.
Well, he's doing a very good job, so he can keep going.
But so we happen to find a guy who has access to like 60 historical properties here, and like historical basements in Nantucket are like money zones. Like,
Okay, can you say something quickly about that too? So Nantucket has the highest concentration of pre-Civil War homes in the United States.
Amazing.
So the amount of old stuff here is unique, and the amount of objects that could be in the soil are also unique because of that history that is here, the whaling history that is here. It is the largest concentration by far of old houses in the whole entire country.
That's what I love. I love fun facts like that. So keep them coming. So whenever you got a fun fact like that, you bring it in. He's like the guru of this shit.
they all burned down. All the houses burned down too.
So this is a high target value area for you to come.
Well, what's interesting about
Now, I
Nantucket
don't,
is
to come meaning just take that the right way.
About those joggers, or Bob?
Is Elliot making you come?
Oh my god.
All right, I'm sorry. I won't get you. I'm not being weird. All right, I'm sorry for PG. I'm joking. All right. What? We can edit. Relax. Back to it. So this is a high like targeted area where you're like, oh, I'm excited. I might find something fucking crazy.
what it is it's an area that's being heavily developed. So there's a consistent history that is the history is very dense because it is such a small island that has had so much traffic over a large period of time. And now, because there's so much development, it's continuously being disturbed and dug up. Mm-hmm. So what you will find is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of history on top of each other being moved. And because of that,
Let her speak, Elliot. It's okay.
It's what
She's
we
very
were
good at what
saying.
she does.
Saying we drive by like a pile of dirt on the side of the road. She's just like, gonna pull over. We gotta check it out.
Oh,
Gotta
really? It's
age
like
it.
that?
Like she gets.
Well, yeah. So my primary focus on the island is historic preservation. So I focus on construction sites with the intent of saving the history and the footprint of that land before it is otherwise just like thrown out, mixed into concrete. They take it to the dump. There goes
Well, what's the coolest shit you ever caught?
the coolest shit that I ever caught. The coolest shit I ever found.
It's gonna be like a dildo lying around the beach somewhere or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They didn't have those.
Tons of
They
those.
didn't have those
You
back
get
then.
me.
They didn't have dildos in the Civil War era? What did they use?
The bun end of
John
the
actually
gun,
collects historic.
John has his own mold of his cock, I think, somewhere out there. Like, I've heard some stories in that boat last night, That's anything, right? We'll get off the cock talk.
Pre-Civil War dildo collection.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't. I've never thought of that. Like, I don't have one.
Someone-
But now
does.
I've.
I mean, someone definitely does.
Like, well, when did the dildo originate? Not to like take this a different way, but when did it like
Some
come?
cavemen had them.
Yeah, why
Well,
not?
that's way
find it.
before Civil War then, so that doesn't make sense.
It all makes sense that there would be some object that was being used for that. I think, yeah. But a collection there would be neat. That'd be a fun little thing to get.
Yeah, whoever created the
Expensive,
dildo
too.
kind of got off easy. Made that like that wasn't a lot to that.
No, right?
If you like trademark the dildo, like that was easy. You just put like a stick in fucking the shape and patent that, and I think you're good. Sorry, back to your treasure hunting.
Well, the most exciting. Well, okay, so the most recent. Every time you go out, you find something that's really awesome because it's always unexpected, which
Move
is
that mic
what
a little bit
makes
into it
it
a little bit.
what makes it
Throw that right in there.
cool.
Goes so far.
Move over then.
Well, it just unscrew that and pull it over.
Just keep yeah.
Most recently, I was in England where I found my first Roman coins, which was really neat. Yeah. But
What is a Roman coin? I care about
a
like, what we're
Roman
making out of
Roman
this
coin
tape.
is a old coin originating from approximately 2,000 years ago. But I think what's more interesting would probably
What is it
be-
worth?
Oh, not much.
So what the fuck's
It's
the
not
point of going
about
out
the
there?
value. It's about understanding the history
dude.
of the
The
land.
history's worth a lot.
Yeah,
So you're just going like not to be whatever. Like, you're going just broke looking for these fucking things. Like, is there any way like I can make a fucking home run? Because I'll go out there today because there's no sharks fucking coming apparently.
Hey, they're out there.
Okay, so the Roman coins
Doesn't
are
work like that.
probably
They're
not.
historic preservation.
I'm
Bob.
joking. I'm joking. Sorry.
Well, if you want to go find some gold, go to the beach, right? You'll find
People
some
drop
gold
rings and
rings.
shit.
Yeah, there's tons of gold on the
Do you
beach.
like have to when you find like a gold bracelet? I feel like I would be like obligated to be like, is it anybody's? Because I kind of feel like
Absolutely. I mean, people actually call me to go recover lost jewelry all the time. I find rings, I find necklaces, I find bracelets, and
And what is the charge if I lost a Rolex? Show that Rolex.
Yeah, I think it's
if
nice.
you
All right.
do-
So he just got a little fucked
Yeah.
up on the beach one night. We were at Great Point. He lost his fucking shit. He's like, I got to call in the expert. What's the deal? How does it go down?
I mean, I'm usually happy to help.
Oh,
No, you're just too kind.
yeah, you're really nice.
I'd be like, give me. It'd have to be $5,000 for this guy to go look for that
They're
thing.
both like that though. Like he wants to save sharks, she wants to dig stuff. They do it out of love. I'm not even being. They both do
We're
this.
just cutthroat psychos.
Yeah, they have a passion, Bob.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with money.
We just have issues.
Right. Yeah, there's not like you're. Yeah, it's two different kind of humans.
Yeah. So the Roman coins, but like, what would be one of the coolest things? And then we'll get back to some other stuff. But what would be the coolest thing that you are hoping to find?
Well, I think a better story would probably be to talk about the coolest thing that I found on Nantucket, because quite a while back I was in a construction site and what I found was a small silver half real. So silver reals are not necessarily hard to find, but this one is super cool because it came from Spain and it was from 1737. So apart from that, it was found.
How did you know it was from 1737?
It's okay. So a silver half real is a silver coin, and
We're gonna
it'll-
add some violins behind this to make it real interesting. Go ahead.
Sounds beautiful. It'll have a date on it, so it says 1737 on it. But what makes it really cool is it was found with a bunch of buttons, and it has 2 holes in it, which were made with a square nail. So you can see how someone took a square nail back in the day, melted these 2 holes through it. And given that it was found with the buttons, you can now begin to picture this guy back in the mid 1700s, colonial Nantucket,
I love this shit.
wearing this silver half real as a button, right? So it's about, again, about the history and the story of the coin
Pre-Declaration of
rather than.
Independence. Really, really long time ago.
How's Elliot's sex game?
Oh my
Oh my god, that just transitions
What?
so.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
you start with buttons, go
Jesus,
right
yeah.
into you know.
I mean,
No, I'm fucking around. That's very fascinating. It's very like it seems like.
It's editable. It's editable. Yeah. There you go, yeah.
No, we don't edit. I kind of just let it run.
Yeah.
That's what we always did. Like, you know what I mean? I think that like the podcast, the best. You know, I think you're.
No, I don't edit it at
Did you
all.
watch? I never watch any of the podcasts.
No, not
You ever
really.
watch any?
A couple.
You watched a couple. Which
Well,
ones
yeah.
do you watch? Like,
I mean, if it's a subject matter that I find somewhat interesting, yeah, the content matters to me. Like I get bored with people just talking. It has to be about something I enjoy.
yeah, that's why like if it is like a topic like this, you have to market it properly and be like, this is a kind of it's a low key, you know, 0 for 2 on sharks.
Bob, I've caught so many sharks with you.
What? I know.
No.
I'm
What-
not.
what are
I'm
the-
busting
what-
your
Fine, you want to go to
balls.
the beach,
What are
catch
the
little
odds of-
sharks?
no,
you want
no,
to swing
no,
for the
no, no,
fences?
no.
What are the odds of me leaving the island? By the way, I'm checking into a hotel. By the way, and I hate to say it, limited clothing. So I'm not leaving until we catch a shark. But the pants are coming. They have to. I'm sorry, dude. Do you mind?
You can,
What-
Bob, the
what-
pants are yours.
Yeah, we can't just lower expectations. And go
You
after
are
little
pussies.
shark.
This is the difference
We
between
need
me
the
and
big.
you.
We need to keep going after the big
Pidge,
goal.
Pidge. Let me tell you what. I'm a lot older than you. 35. How old are you?
50.
34.
34.
Awesome.
Wow,
We're all
that was
older.
hard for her. Did you
was
notice that? That
Trying to think
hesitation,
about it.
that pause.
Sometimes I forget.
No,
I'm
you
like,
don't
am
want
I
to tell people
16?
stop
Am I
like that.
18?
Am
Am
I
I
16? You forgot. Okay, whatever.
It's all about how old do you feel?
I mean, I feel great for 50, but I feel 50.
I feel like I'm like 17.
I still feel young.
Well, no, that's your mental state, not your physical state.
My mental state,
When you
I don't
walked
know
up the
what to call
stairs,
that.
you did not look 17, sunshine. All
What
right.
do you mean, really?
You were getting up. It's the morning time. You know?
What's your age cutoff for girls?
Oof.
Good question. So I will never.
Good question.
That's a great question. So
77
the
for
problem
Pigeon.
is, I think when you get to like, truthfully, when you get older,
Yeah.
you know, especially whatever, my age, your age, Elliot's age, like you kind of lose the ability to gauge ages, and you don't want to be that person, or at least I don't, that like rolls up and starts macking on a girl and like talking to her, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, I'm fucking 20, 19. I'm like, oh fuck, you know, like that. So my cutoff is, I usually look, you know, your daughter's in here.
I understand. She's fine. Hey, Tori.
Tori, we have kind of an R-rated
What's
show.
going on? What are you making? Can you make me one?
Tori's like, what the fuck is going on? Why are there 5 people talking
Yeah.
on couches here? This is not our fucking
What are you-
normal life.
Hey. Oh, okay.
No, Tori, your dad is a great
She
guy. He's
said,
been very
I
hospitable.
don't know whatever's going on, she said.
been
Are
amazing.
you going to make me a sandwich, honey? Yeah, I want one. Yeah.
Aw.
It's great. Your father's been amazing. By the way, I want to thank you too, because we're not just going to thank your dad. Thank you for having us here. Did you hear me last night? Did you hear me last night on the phone talking, like screaming? Did you hear me screaming on the phone last night, like 3 a.m?
I think she got in after you.
She got an after me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a World War Z. So we have our goal today is this: these 2 pussies give up.
You didn't answer the question though.
24.
Okay. All right. Okay.
24 is my cutoff now. If there's a really hot 21-year-old and she comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you know what? Am I thinking about it?" Yeah, probably. But
Yeah.
I respect women, and I just feel like I go 10 years below.
Yeah.
But then you look at like all these like Leonardo DiCaprio. All
Yeah.
these
Does
guys,
he actually hook up with like 17-year-olds? Is that?
No, I'm not 17 year
Or
old.
18?
That's like a different level.
Well, he's like my age, right?
He's 53.
Probably.
I'm 50. Yeah. And what was he doing? Hey, how old are those girls?
I heard.
21's the cutoff because you have to be able to
I heard
drink.
it was
That's
like 18-year-olds. Is that not?
I don't fucking.
I don't want to. I don't want to spread
rumors. I
rumors.
don't
I
look
don't
into
know.
it.
I don't know, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
look it up
so
right
he's just like you, but the other way,
now. Yeah.
right?
But
so,
then I feel you get to a certain age bracket,
but-
then you can hit 21.
So if Leonardo's 53 and 18, what's the delta?
Oh,
on
he's
that?
48. Okay, I'm wrong. He's 48.
All right.
yeah, he just fucks. He has like 22-year-old models.
Went
Yeah,
from wholesale
22-year-old. Yeah,
on an
probably.
avocado to
You know, I heard about Leo too. He's like it's pretty publicly known as like he's really like out. You know, he's a very talented actor. He wears headphones when he has intercourse with.
What is he playing? That's the bigger question.
I don't know. Maybe he's playing like Thomas Newman's soundtrack. Maybe he's playing like.
Mozart. or
Probably,
something?
honestly, probably something freaky.
It's probably whatever his mindset's in.
Yeah, I don't think it's Mozart.
Because actors they go out there. You know, acting's a pretty hard thing to do. You ever had a passion to do any acting or reality TV shows? Because I know that you did something where you were on a raft for 8 days.
I did some. Yeah, I did a couple shows. Yeah.
Make sure you move that mic. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a couple. I did a swamp people thing. It was bull sharks in the bayou. I spent 8 days on a life raft. I did some Shark Week stuff.
The 8 days on a life raft you can go on TV and watch, right? So that's I think that one is great. What's the name of the show?
It's called The Raft. On
The Raft.
On the
And,
National
what
Geographic
season is it or something? It has like a,
It was on the final episode of the one season of The Raft.
and it's great. It's actually fun to watch. He's on a raft with this dude. They're supposed to like catch fish and stuff. The tension between him and the guy is great. 'Cause the
hated
guy was a
this guy.
doofus.
And it was real. It was like all like
it
you
was
had
legit.
it. You had a boat
No.
like
Yeah, there was a boat, but they would float far away, and they would come and check on you twice a day and change the batteries in the cameras. So there was 3 cameras mounted on the raft, and then you had a diary cam, and you had to answer 16 questions like 4 times a day.
How did you get propositioned to get to be on a life raft for 8 days?
I was working on a sailboat in like somewhere in the Caribbean, and someone was talking about it, and I forget.
Did they approach you, or did you just like?
It was on like a job boat like a sailing job board thing, and I thought it was a job working for a TV show, but it was actually to be on it.
To be on.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was like a.
Could you?
Who reviewed the
I thought it
paperwork?
was
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Elliot's like, fuck it, let's go.
I thought it was like driving a boat for Nat Geo, and I was like, oh, that'd be sick.
Could you jump ship like at any time? Like, could you be like, all
You
right,
can
I'm
quit,
done?
yes, you
Okay.
could quit, but no, it
A
was
lot of people did.
everyone quit. So then I worked on the show. So after
Whoa, hold on. A lot of people quit though. Were you like the last survivor?
I lasted longer than anyone. I did.
I wasn't on that
I
boat.
did. It was,
So what's
you
the
would not. You would have made it one fucking night.
what's the
bro.
purpose
No
of the
chance.
show to make it? Who can make it the longest on the raft?
It's basically
No, it's who can fucking get off the fucking thing the first.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know what the concept of the show was.
So you start like, I don't know, 50 miles off Puerto Rico, and you slowly drift back, and it takes about 8 days. But I was the only one that made it.
They're trying to drift back to the beach.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That was
okay.
the concept. But there was like, it was just survival out there, and
All right. So take us through what's day one like. Day one, go. Where do you sleep? You just sleep.
yeah, with like next to it's a 4x4 foot life raft. It's tiny,
And it's full of water.
And you're
full
with
of water.
You're with
It's
another
wet.
dude?
No dry space.
I hated the guy I was with. Like, you had to take all these personality tests ahead of time, and I think they paired you with the person you didn't get along with the most. The guy was like a sailboat captain from California. He had 2 middle names. Thought he was.
He was like a gay dude from West Hollywood.
Yeah, he was. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it was like, come on, man. Like, this is who I'm in the raft with, and I just did not like this guy. And he was awful. Also, he tried to reel the raft. So at night they would tether you to the boat so we didn't lose you. One night he reeled the freaking raft into the boat, started screaming at the producer, yelling all this shit, like, and they're like,
this was not on the show.
yeah, this
by
was
the way.
not on the show.
This was not
But
on the show.
yeah, we had a 1,000-foot rope connecting us at night, so we wouldn't,
Well, 1,000-foot rope. So you're like really.
So I'm like
spaced out.
halfway asleep, and he's like reeling the thing in, and I was like, "Hey, you fucking pussies, this is so fucking unsafe. How could you guys don't know anything about making deep? Fuck
People
this."
lose it.
Yeah, he was losing it. Yeah,
So when the day one, what are you eating? Like, what's your first? What's your,
you weren't that hungry day one, so it was like you have what pops out of if a plane.
just take like 60 Adderalls out there. You just survive for like.
Yeah, you get to choose one item, and I chose a bottle. No.
Oh, you get to choose items.
No, you don't get to choose any items. So it's like if a plane crashes or a boat goes down, like what pops out of the life raft? Like they have a life raft that is designed to save you, and you have that. And it does have a thing where you can pump it. It's called a Cat 6 water maker. You can pump it for 6 hours, and you'll get like a cup of water. So you can make a little bit of water.
So what was your first like good meal?
I caught a fish. I caught a remora, and it was like so disgusting. I mean, like the fish that we get at supermarkets are like desirable fish. There are gross fish out there, and these remoras that like cling onto sharks and stuff like that happen to come around the raft. I caught it somehow, got it in the thing, and I was just like tried to eat it. And it was like
Raw?
I tried to eat it raw at first, and it was just like fishy rubber bands. I couldn't even I felt worse eating it than not eating.
You got to survive out there.
And then I tried to like cut it into strips and then dry it out and have it like jerky, which was now it was worse because it was sitting in the sun for a day and it was awful. Then I tried eating seaweed, and then I just gave up on eating for 5 days. I'm like, fuck this, and I can live without food. So yeah, 5 days, nothing. And then I caught another fish. I caught a trigger fish, and I cut the strap off of there was a black strap, and I'd found a floating trash bag at this point. So I had a black strap, and I wrapped it around the fish, and I put it in the clear trash bag, so it got hot as hell sitting on the sun. And I actually cooked the fish like that.
No way.
Yeah, I was really
So
proud.
you
Really
didn't
proud
eat,
of myself.
You didn't eat for 5 days straight.
Yeah.
How long does it cook? Jesus.
3
How
hours.
long does it take to cook
3 or
a
4
fish
hours.
in the sun?
Like 3 or 4 hours. But it was in the bag and in the black strap, so it was like a little convection oven. And yeah, no,
That's what we were gonna do on Muskeget, but
yeah,
you pulled out.
but it just
I'm
pulled
good
out.
at that.
Yeah.
I'm a master of it. I had one mistake. That was it.
So 5 days, no food and just water. Just like
I lost
cups of
17
water.
pounds in 8 days. Yeah.
Oh my god! And are they like monitoring your health like the whole time or no?
Yeah. So, but the scary part was so you can't wear sunglasses because like your eyes are the window to the soul. They
Yeah.
want to see your eyes. And so like
Funny how they have their rules.
yeah, 8 days of like direct sun in your eyes like that. Puerto Rico in May. I mean, it's like my eyes were burnt out for like 2 months. I couldn't like see right, and it was like that fuzzy, shiny. Like
So when was the point where like, all right, that's it, everybody's done?
we made it to shore. We actually got the raft 8 days. So I was the pilot episode. I was the first episode, and they cut it down for like 6 for the show, and no one made it. So I worked for them after that. Like I was the shark expert. I had to like put on scuba gear and like punch people's rafts at night and shit like that to like
Punch people.
yeah, and to like catch them fish and fake it because everyone would just everyone would not make it.
That's amazing.
So nice.
Thank
Really
you,
nice.
love. You're the best.
So
You
I have
made
your
it.
dad's sweatpants on. I'm
amazing.
kind of feeling like I'm really involved in the house here. Can I ask you the biggest favor in
This
the
looks
world?
really great.
Can I ask you the biggest favor
It
in the world, if you
does.
don't mind? Is there a way to
Great
grab
job.
like one Truly
Oh
out
my
of the
god.
fridge? I'm not
Maybe
being a
big
dick.
No,
two.
she's happy to do.
Maybe
it.
I'm
two.
asking. Just,
Yeah. Right. No, this
I don't
is.
want-
Thank you, Tori. Love you.
It's actually really good to eat on a podcast in the mic.
cannot do
No, I
that.
want you to do it.
No,
You have to.
It would be
Yes.
hilarious just hearing the chewing noises. On
Yes,
the
you have to just do, everything's natural. It happens on this shit. That's how it is. So
This
just eat
is
the sandwich like
really
you
amazing looking egg sandwich. My daughter just made it for me. I'm really lucky. I get great kids.
would go about it.
Here we go.
Oh,
Two,
thank
bud.
you so much. I
You
appreciate
grab,
it.
grab one more. Oh, love you too.
You're gonna have a drink?
I know it's for Elliot.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say.
I do like these truly.
I kind of took this as like a 3-day vacation. I was like, fuck
Babe,
it.
this is great.
It's good.
Look at this. She mashed up the avocado.
Wow.
She put cheese in there. What else was in here, bud?
Wow.
Avocado, cheese,
Thank you.
bread. All right. Well,
Wow.
love you.
Wholesome little.
How old is your daughter?
Tori, how old are you now? You 20? 19. I think you're 19. You're 20 now? Wow. Okay.
How's your dad like? How's your dad
I'm
like
joking
when it comes
with
to no? How's your dad when it comes to like if you bring a guy back? Is he like a tough
Oh
father?
my god.
Is he like a tough father? Is like what's your dad like?
I don't know. He's, I guess
Does he like scare the dude?
but sometimes he likes to test them with Lizzie's guys. He likes to do push-ups with them.
Oh god.
Oh, that's good.
Competition.
You're determining your alpha
the little
males.
boys they bring back don't fucking hold clout 99% of the time.
Dude, if I had a 21, you know what? If I had a 20-year-old daughter and I was a father, which probably never happened, but I'd be just like, if a guy came in and like, I'd be scary.
Oh, you will be.
I would be playing Lil Durk. I'd have 2 gangbangers sitting in that chair. And I'd say, hey, buddy, here's the deal.
In a rocking chair with a shotgun.
This can go one of 2 ways. We're old school in this fucking place.
No, dude, that's not. So, like, for me, I got 3 kids. They're awesome. I love them to death. Like, here's the deal. The best thing I've ever done in my life is be a dad.
By the way, your dad's gonna be cooler being on this. Just so you know, I promise. Your dad's gonna be like cooler being on this. Like we have a cool show.
We've
All right, Bob, listen. I'm 50. She's 20.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Yes.
I know we tried that last boat.
Do you
She
wanna
got all
ever
freaked
pop
out. No.
Okay, cool. We'll have you on here. Do you want to sit next to him? Is that all right with you?
What are we doing?
I'm gonna.
It's coming on.
Oh, yeah, come on in, T.
Yeah, come on.
No, it's great.
Yeah, T, come on in.
Looks good.
The only thing that like anybody that talks, just make sure you just make the effort to just kind of get. This is a family. You know, we're sitting out here in Nantucket enjoying. This is the vibe.
That's
I
great.
just left. You know, like I just left gangbangers in Chicago. Left
little
all
bit
this
more
shit. I like to
wholesome.
mix it up. This is a relaxed vibe. You know.
What are you doing? Come on and sit there.
Here, sit up. You want to sit here? He's a good guy.
Just woke up. This is going to be a lot.
It's okay.
This one?
No, the other one.
Oh, this one.
Tighten the one you're just doing.
Okay.
And the other one.
What?
So you're gonna have to go
up?
more towards that mic because I'm older, 35. I'd feel weird.
It's a good hat though.
So where do you go to school, if you don't mind me asking?
You got to talk to the mic, Tori.
LMU.
Can you adjust this, please?
I'm doing it right now. One sec. Oh, we don't have Slack actually.
This is what you do. You grab it. It's gonna be good. Don't worry, I promise.
No, we need some line Slack. Yeah.
Do you know like the Nelk Boys? That's like your age group.
I've heard of it, but I don't watch.
So who are your people like? I'm very interested because like what I like to do is, as I continue to grow, I like to know what the younger people are thinking and what they follow on social media and whatnot. So I want to know like who are the people that you go watch.
I mean, I don't
We're
really
gonna have to
watch
get you in
like
that mic, though.
YouTube or anything. I don't really listen to podcasts either. So
Never even
Well,
heard
you're
of
fucking
that.
on one.
Well, no, but like, what do you do? Like, he's just asking you then. Okay.
All right, what I'm asking
I
is
mean,
this:
He didn't ask you what you didn't do.
do you
I
do
like-
TikTok?
yeah.
How many
I would
followers you
say
got on TikTok?
6,000.
You know how many I got?
Oh God.
20 million?
How many?
A lot.
Yeah, see, I
am the Godfather.
I
of
just
TikTok.
stand there and post a picture of, a video of me like
It's easy
in
for
an
us.
outfit. That's literally all I do.
Whoa, you
All
allow
right,
that, Pops?
go ahead. Show him your Instagram and show him what kind of things you look at and post.
No, I want to know. Yeah, that. But I also want to
No,
know.
he's asking you a question. Like he's actually like reviewing your demographic, right?
Okay.
Look at
20 years old.
I'm trying to build
She
a
would
business.
definitely
I
not-
don't know what
she
you're
would-
thinking.
Well, she wouldn't be in Bob's demographic. It would
It's
be
my
yeah.
Instagram.
You know, I mean, you know.
Screen recorded. Screen recorded.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put this on the pod.
I've got this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Hit a screen recording.
How long are we rolling for?
On my
I'll do an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah. Screen recorded.
I'll do an hour and a half.
How long have you been rolling for now?
Hour.
An hour.
yeah,
Perfect.
What would
Wow,
like?
that's a fast hour.
So
You go
what
with
about
them,
like
not
so 20? But I don't care about that. Like, who are the influencer guys that you watch?
There you go.
Like, who's one of them? I probably know him.
Like I don't watch any guys. I would
What about,
say
like,
for
Bryce Hall?
girls. Like yeah, but he's cringy.
That's a new word.
He is cringy.
What does cringy mean?
It means like you wouldn't think that a guy's hot if they're posting themselves dancing on TikTok.
What about Noah Beck?
Yeah. Do you
He's
think
gay.
is that confirmed? Is Noah Beck
I
gay?
think he is.
Noah's my boy. I love Noah. He's a good dude.
He's a
Is he
guy.
gay?
Dude,
I don't know.
50. I don't know who these people are.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't. I mean, last time I talked with Noah, it was pretty broy. Like, we're good. I think. I had no idea that he.
Why are you
was
looking at me? I have no
No,
idea
Noah's
who
not
these
gay.
humans
Noah's
are,
not-
dude.
Noah's
I am
not.
not
If
in
he
the
was
same
gay, great, I
space
don't
as
know.
you.
I
I don't know who that is.
boyfriend. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I
it
don't
seems
think
like
he's
you
hot.
know a lot for somebody who doesn't know a lot.
No, she does. That's the thing, and she's just like being shy or something. You know.
I'm being shy.
Wait, so what about like Alex
not
Earl?
very good.
Alex Earl.
Yeah. What do you think of Alex Earl?
I mean, I think she's pretty. I posted in a shirt, and everyone was commenting that I was wearing the Alex Earl shirt, and I didn't know what they were saying.
What was it?
I
Oh,
found it.
what was the shirt?
It was like something to do with the bar of like, is this too much?
Oh, the white one. Yeah, the white one. Yeah. I know what
but
you're
I
talking
wasn't
about.
even wearing the same shirt, but it was funny. I don't know.
So what do your DMs like look like with 6,000 followers? Like how often they coming in hot
On TikTok,
No.
on whatever platform?
a lot of people asking to make portraits of
Oh.
me. That's a scam.
That's a scam,
That's
yeah.
the most. It's the most popular DM I think anyone gets.
I got that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I usually get "fuck you, pussy, stop crying over your little bitch ass girl."
Like over and over.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
reamed. I got
constantly.
reamed.
No,
Like, I
he's
have
right,
like
he's
90%
right.
alpha males, and when I went off like a little bitch,
Yeah.
like I got reamed. I lost like 40,000 people.
How many did you lose after
None.
I beat the shit out of you on the beach the other day?
Well, when I gained,
Ooh.
I
You
gained,
gained?
I gained a
So
really.
Elliot and I had an offline conversation about that. Right.
Yeah.
So like,
We
I'd
analyzed.
love to hear it because I
we
got my
analyzed
theory
the,
too.
We,
Go
we
ahead.
analyzed the video pretty heavily.
well, I think that first of all,
Me
like,
too. So did I. So let's go.
Like the thing is, we know why it happened, and you posted it. I'm not. He's gonna be mad at me, but boredom. There was no sharks. Right. So
There was-
Sorry,
I'm just saying.
campfire. And
Yeah. I mean, I just
everything
think,
wasn't enough for you, Bob.
Fuck
Yeah.
the Sharks. I want you round 2 today, motherfucker.
Right.
Go
We're
ahead.
gonna get one
But
tonight.
you guys started a little tussle. Bob started it, right? So Elliot,
Bob started
Yeah.
monkeying
Right, doing like
around
long,
and slapping
leggy arms.
shit.
I used to
Right.
wrestle 103.
and then like they started going at it pretty good, which was impressive because they're both like athletic. You know, you guys are. You're both very athletic, right? So it was really good.
Scrappy,
And like
not
you start scrapping and pushing each other around, and then. What was the flip
No
thing?
phones, no podcast.
So he says he's claiming, you know, the flip where you pounded him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's claiming he created that.
So no.
No, he is. No, he is.
Let me.
No, dude.
Okay. Here's the deal. I'll be very honest with you. Okay. First and foremost, understand this. You have a guy who probably drinks 6 out of 7 days a week, in myself. Okay. Who does not work out that often. Obviously, like attractive dude and like good looking man. But I'm going against a
Where are
motherfucking
we
great.
Yeah, he's like,
Where are we going?
zooming on her face, man. When he said that.
I'm going against a motherfucking shark wrangler whose body looks like he's in the fucking. I don't even know. Like your body's like pretty fucking whatever. So what I did is, I got a big mind. So I was like, I looked at you, I sized you up, and I was
Sized
like,
me
I
up,
could
huh?
fuck this guy up. I think.
Yeah.
And so
But Elliot's
I was-
pretty jacked too.
that's where the way it went down is. Was that?
I think Elliot would be.
I did. Oh, heavily.
Okay. He
I
did.
drowned him. I
He
could've
did.
killed- I
He
literally
did.
could've
But it
killed
didn't
him.
matter because if you were doing it a certain way, like here's the deal. If we were doing it this way, when we both like this, right? You grab my ankle, okay? What you did is I started to fall back and I did a flip, okay? And I had you. If I had lifted my leg over,
If.
I went both legs on this side. If I had put you in a full fucking mount, game over. And then if I could have ground and pounded you, I would have beat the fuck out of you.
But what did happen though is it fucking failed. You got your ass railed basically. He picked you up by your left leg and dragged you into the ocean like a little bitch and pounded your head into the water and said, "I will drown you."
You know
Bob almost drowned.
That's what happened, Bob. So like,
No,
like
no.
you know, you may have almost won, but when you stopped winning, it went really.
He would have been
bad.
the first person to drown in 3 inches of water.
I swear on my mother's life. I swear on my fucking mother's life. I thought I was drowning.
Well, yeah, because
3
your face
inches
was
of water.
Okay, well, 3 inches of water goes halfway up your face.
No, and I was so
Like,
no,
what?
I'm so out of breath.
I had
already.
no other way to stop you.
Dude, it was the
I
scariest
knew you were
thing.
going
That's
to
what
keep
he said.
going.
I knew I had to
knew you
drown
were
him.
going to keep going
He's like,
until
I knew I
I
had to
drowned
drown
you.
him.
That's why I dragged you to the water.
Taliban waterboard you.
In your face when you looked up. Like, okay.
The other thing too, though, but I'll say this: like,
You want to do round 2 legs? Sorry, go ahead. Round 2?
I'm sure.
Because I'm feeling real good.
the athleticism though was great. Everybody whoever watches this should go online and watch the video you posted. Like you guys both crushed it. You guys, it was great.
He's going to beat me over time in a strength contest. Like, he's going to obviously overpower me, right?
Good.
But it's no matter what, even if you have that, he's going to like just whatever. If there's like, yo, if I can, because what I would have done is I would have put you in what I call an anaconda hold.
Oh.
And I would, if I lapped that leg around, I would have put my little leg around your neck and choked you the fuck out if I really wanted to do it.
I did a weird leg move at one point where my legs were up in the air. I seemed like I was pretty vulnerable. I feel like that would have been your time to capitalize. I don't know.
I love it. So we are. Did you guys see? Wait, real quick. I want to talk about this. I haven't talked about anything yet. It's old news, but that submarine thing. You seem really bored.
I'm not bored. I mean, I think a lot of people were talking about it. They were very into the updates, but
There's no sympathy.
what happened with like the sun?
It's dead.
People were talking about the sun was like not on it, and
Oh, the kid that didn't go. Well, one of the kids went and he's dead. What do you mean? They all died.
there was something to do with one of the guys that went to a party or an event,
Oh,
and he was related to one of them, and people were mad at him.
Oh yeah, he went to a Blink. Oh yeah, one of the billionaire's son. He was like, oh yeah, my dad's like stuck in a submarine, and the next night he was at a Blink 182 concert.
The next
night, yeah. And then he made a story, and he's like, guys, he's like, I'm really sorry to hear about my dad, but like, I thought he would have wanted. He said like something along the lines of like, he would have wanted me to go to a Blink 182 concert.
That's actually really rough.
Yeah, he got a lot of shit for that.
Oh, tons, yeah.
He just didn't give a fuck.
He really did not.
So like, I mean, would you if I died, I think like so like let's say I got eaten by a great white, right? Like we go diving, we swim with sharks all the time, right? If I got eaten and you had a really cool concert to go to the next day,
I would go. Who wouldn't? Like, what are you gonna do? Make you come back alive?
Who's your favorite artist?
I would say
Bob might have him
I
on the
can't.
phone.
I can't be pressured like this. I don't know. I don't know what my.
you don't
favorite
know who
artist
you
is.
like.
No,
God,
I would
such a-
say. Okay, my number one artist on Spotify is Gunna. That's my
You know
number.
Gunna
Well,
Bob?
that's very controversial shit right there, isn't he?
Isn't he like?
I can't talk about that stuff.
Have you met Gunna Bob or no?
I've not met Gunna.
Yeah.
What's I don't even know. You seem to be you were.
She can explain it. She knows a lot about
She
him.
said the name and you were like, whoa. Can't touch
What
that.
about him?
Do you know the
This is gang affiliated shit here we're talking
Like,
about.
Oh,
I don't. I just listen to him.
I don't want to talk about it actually.
You like his music?
I just looked at my
Why are
Spotify
these two
stats
freaking out over
yesterday.
this?
Because I just don't.
Because there was a massive like racketeering case that went down and like against and you know how they always like it's called like I guess ratting, and so he got a lot of shit for like ratting.
like telling on somebody.
Like basically like I shot your dad in the head. You're the only one that knows about it, and you go and tell somebody.
What about it? Was he a rat?
I mean, I think that he was facing some serious time unless he caught some shit up. But I don't know the situation. I don't want to speak on that.
Wait, you like his music?
Yeah, I'll show you.
What are you pulling up?
My Spotify stats.
Spotify.
Who else you like? Lil Durk?
Oh wait, actually, the last 4 weeks.
Oh, Zach
my
Bryan's
number one
great.
is Zach Bryan.
Yeah, I like Zach Bryan too actually.
And then this is my all.
Drake's always up there.
Yeah, Drake.
Drake never gets old. He like never gets
I
dated.
saw Drake in Boston. It was
I like
awesome.
SZA.
This is awesome.
I like movie soundtracks sometimes. You ever listen to movie soundtracks?
Because it's variable. It's not just one artist.
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Thomas Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good ones. A lot of good ones.
The Soul yesterday was pretty good.
My favorite artist, I usually like. My favorite artist out right now, rapper wise, is Durk, Lil Durk. Like Lil Baby and Lil Durk.
Bob's contacts are like wild. Like we were like scrolling through, and he's like, "All right, pick." He's like, "Pick 10," and we were just like, I was just scrolling down his contact list, and like literally every person
I only like this song.
is on there.
Which one? All My Life?
No, Laugh Now, Cry Later.
When is that the new album?
Or
Almost Healed?
like,
Oh, the old shit. That's where Risky's at.
yeah, this
That one. You know, funny. Dirk had me in the studio, called me to listen to the new album.
this one.
The all on the what is it? All the
When did it come out?
probably, I think a month ago. But he picked up the phone and Rel set it up, and I mean these are Chicago, like I think gangbangers.
You're like the only white person there.
Yeah. So Rel calls me up. He's like, "Yeah, man, come on in the studio. We're in LA," and like I'm like, "All right, cool." He's like, "Dirk, let's hear the new album." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So it's like late at night. I go in. There's no security. They have their own security. So there's a lot of like, scary dudes that are in there. And so I walk in and I'm the only white guy in there. And so he plays the J. Cole song. First of all, I talked to him for an hour about my ex-girlfriend.
Did you get a lot of shit from that?
No, he was really sympathetic towards it. He understood. He was like, cool. We talked about Adderall.
What's a studio session like?
I mean, it was so small.
Adderall.
Because I used to like Adderall a lot. And so
Prescribed or unprescribed?
I was prescribed, but I just
Okay.
prescribed. But no, he was like, I have to make my mark here in the studio. Like, I have to like try and be, I'm a white guy sitting here. Like a guy's like looking over my shoulder because
So
you
have
can't.
to take Adderall because you're a white guy.
No, I didn't. No. I meant like it's scary in there. It's fucking scary in there. There's some guys that like you try picking up your phone around there.
Oh, you can't
You
even
can't
like
drop your locations.
you
You can't
can't
do
even,
no
like-
stories. You can't. No,
you can't even like text.
So Duty Low, who actually became a good friend of mine,
Yeah.
was with King Von. King Von was killed, whatever gang activity,
Yeah.
and it's OTF. It's like I don't know what it is.
What does that mean? OTA.
Only the family, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if I made it in there yet,
Oh.
but at the end of the day, Duty Low was a scary one. We ended up becoming great friends, but he was the one that like I would just be sitting there like, and Dirk would be like, "Yo, this is J. Cole's song, All in the Fan, like All My Life,"
Yeah.
and it was like blasting. I was like, "This is the coolest moment ever." It's like Dirk just jamming out, small studio, and then I'd like pick up my phone just to look at something, and there'd be some scary motherfuckers who'd just stand up and just be like,
Oh my
they're not like
God.
security like standing like this. They're just like kind of checking you. So I was like, "All right."
Any of them on Nantucket?
Oh my God! Imagine Lil Durk on
Is
Nantucket.
there like, so I don't think. I mean, in your contact list of those like important contact people, how many have even been to Nantucket? This doesn't seem like.
Do you want to build tourism up in Nantucket together and try and figure out?
No. It's built. You don't.
It's already built,
It
yeah.
doesn't need. I'm just.
I've only heard it.
The Portnoy clip of like him
Right.
interviewing that guy at the section. He's like, "Have you even been to Nantucket?"
Yeah,
he's like,
that
he's
is
like,
the most
He's
epic
like-
clip, dude.
He's like, "Have you even been to Nantucket?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I don't even know what that is." He's like, "Yeah, you seem like a guy that
Because I
that's
hate rich
never been to
people."
Nantucket."
I don't usually like fucking. I don't fuck with rich people. I like you a lot. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be wearing your sweatpants either if I wasn't. But
I mean, you might have my baby.
never know with this shit going on in the world today.
This is wild.
But yeah, no. Long story short, on that other story, because it is important. I've never told it. I stepped up, so I was like, all my life, and it was like where I was like trying to keep me down. I'm like, what am I, a gospel like concert? I'm like, I'm with gangbangers. So like, you know what I did?
Did he ask you like what you think? He's like,
No,
"Yo,
he
what
was
do you
just
think?"
he's in his own world and he's
Okay,
just like
okay.
jamming. But then I
But
was
you were
like,
scared for a bit.
I mean, brother,
Uncertain.
like this is like.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying gangbangers, but like, I don't know what the fuck it is. It just like, dude, this is it's a rap game.
But you grew up in a different place.
I didn't grow up near Chicago's different than Lawrence, Massachusetts. Lawrence
Right.
is still rough,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day. So I mean, what I said is I stood up and I said, "Fuck that shit." I said, "Dirk, what got you here? Bang that hard shit. Let's go." And I was really aggressive as the white guy in the room. It was really aggressive in the white guy, and I meant like, the old shit with King Von and whatever, and then.
And they like respected that. They're like, "Damn, this guy's like because you could have been a mouse and just." sat
Well,
there
I'll
and
tell you
not
what
say
happened. All of a sudden, they went boom, put on like "When You Run and Got Your Gun, You Ain't Let Him Die." I come from a block, you catch a op, you hit him 20, and everybody was like boom, and that changed the environment in the room,
anything. Wow.
and everybody was like banging out, and then I won everybody over.
And I'm like envisioning these guys on the beach in Nantucket shark fishing. Like get them in a picture with an
Imagine.
actually big
Yeah.
shark. Like don't go 0 for 0 or 2 for 0. You like actually get the shark.
I'll have the
Imagine
shark
Lil
ready
Durk.
ahead of
I
time.
mean,
we'll put it
I'll
in
have
a
it
I
on
mean,
the line.
the thing about Little Dirk is
Think
like
Think
he's
about
not.
Little Dirk actually like his hands around a shark on the beach getting a picture. Like how
Dude,
would he
he's the
respond to
greatest
that?
dude in the world. That's the thing. Like, he's like hard as shit.
Yeah.
But he's done collabs with like Morgan Wallen. Like
Oh,
Morgan
it's
and him did
insane.
like right when Morgan got canceled for dropping that M bomb. Right?
Wait, he got canceled for that?
He got
I thought they like brushed that on
He
there.
recovered really well. I got.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. He must have.
that was my assistant's first job when I hired him. I hired this kid, this assistant. His first job was I show up, I just hire him out of nowhere. I said, meet me at this Airbnb in Nashville. I don't show up for 4 days. So this kid doesn't even know me, never met me. I just hired him like out of the blue, said I'd hire him, maybe whatever. I show up after 4 days. I walk in the fucking Airbnb. I'm like, all right, just go to bed. I'll wake you up. We'll get to work. I'll figure it out. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Long story short, 3 a.m. happens. The alarm goes off. Morgan Wallen calls me. Morgan's like, yo, let's go out. So I'm like, can't say no to Morgan Wallen.
3 a.m?
Yeah, this was probably during his zapping stage, like when he's having some fun.
Okay. Yeah.
So I wake Brett up. It's his first mission ever working. He's like a college kid. And I'm like, yo, we're going out with Morgan until 3 a.m. I said, it's not about me. It's about him. Just take care of him, whatever he wants. I go out for 30 minutes with them, have some drinks. Morgan and him like fall in love. I get a picture the next day. Him and Morgan are like slouched over in the fucking chair, passed out. And so what I did is like I run a Marine camp, like in my little small circle. So I get pissed off. And so what I did is I lectured the kid and I said, listen, I don't tolerate getting fucked up and drinking. You may be taking care of Morgan, but I can't be getting pictures of you drunk, passed out in the back of my car associated with my brand. So I said, I'll make a deal with you. I'll give you $10,000 if you don't drink for 30 days, and I'll hire you tomorrow because Morgan likes you. And he didn't drink for a year.
Oh my God.
Never
Brett.
touched alcohol again.
Shout out Brett. Yeah.
Brett was a dog.
He's a
Brett was a savage.
He's a nice guy.
This is a little like boring topics, but it's like people understand the whole thing, you know? You seem really interested.
She's like,
So, all right, so game plan today, we're taking your boat out again. What do we owe you?
A shark.
What are we giving it for time? How long?
today it's 12 o'clock now.
Okay, so we got to be out. Can we be out by 2?
Well, there's ferries like every hour.
No, guys, listen. Do you want to fish today?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so
yes.
forget about when you leave.
Yeah.
You'll leave whenever. Don't stop it with this mentality.
Okay, well, is
of,
fucking
like,
hotel
so,
sweatpants open here? Or?
like, listen, like,
No, we're
we'll
definitely
figure
leaving
out,
like
I
Nantucket
don't-
by tonight. We're
Because
definitely.
he has-
Yeah.
Look, I love to fish. I absolutely love to fish. Elliot and I have fished a whole lot together. I love the experiences together. You guys are gracious and awesome. You've been great to have here. So I want to catch a fish, and I want you guys to get that fish and have a great time. That's the only goal. Seriously, like
Well, they have an
you know?
opt-out time.
Okay.
So, like, for me,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I have, like, on standby a couple things I might go to.
Yeah.
But I also am the kind of guy that will, like, not leave until we get shit done. They got to go.
When?
I'm going.
I think we're getting along great.
Yeah.
I mean,
whatever.
look at it.
So
there
you're going
Well,
tonight.
well, yeah. Well, as long as we take like whatever the ferry.
Yeah, there's probably
latest
like
ferry
an
tonight.
8 or a 9 p.m.
Yeah, I think it's a
ferry.
9:20.
Yeah,
I think it's. I don't even think I think it's tomorrow morning.
No, it's an 8:20. 8:20.
Tomorrow morning, isn't it?
No.
My ferry.
Oh, your ferry. I don't know.
I really like this place, dude. I don't know.
Dude, so
Bob
like,
might just move in with his.
yeah.
Can he just
Let
go
me-
in your closet
let me
and
get-
just
let me
pick up
get-
a few more outfits?
Let me give you some more dirty pants.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we are running out of clothing. But I mean, hypothetically speaking, like if I had to like,
It's fine.
but you say it now with like less enthusiasm every day that goes by. It's like you're less excited about me staying here.
Bob, if
What,
you
less excited?
Yeah.
That's what happens to everybody.
Well,
though. Like
or-
you get it once, it's great. You get it twice, it's fun. It gets after that, it gets like less exciting.
okay, the last ferry's
What if you just got
9:20.
on a pl- like,
Last
you
Like,
ferry-
are you
spontaneous?
mad at me that I'm human? I mean, what the fuck?
No, but are you spontaneous? Because dude, I usually I try and reciprocate, but it's like undercover secret shit. But like, are you like spontaneous? You're
Extraordinary.
rich, right?
That's all relative.
All right, so
I'm
you
not
ever-
rich on Nantucket. No.
all right, that's fine. But you're
No,
rich. It
I'm
doesn't
not.
matter. You go off Nantucket, you're rich. Are you ever just like fuck it? Let's go to Vegas now.
So I mean, I have a wonderful life. I can go anywhere I want to go. I have awesome places and great people in my life, and it's like it's not about Vegas or anything else. It's about the people and the places that I go. So like,
Perfect. Well,
you know,
you're
not
some
to,
great
you
people.
know. I mean,
I'm just going
I
anywhere.
love being here in Nantucket. Got great friends here. I have a place in Miami. I love it there, and truly enjoy it. So I couldn't be a luckier guy.
Well, how about this? Like, let's make it interesting. If we don't catch a fish or a shark today,
Yeah.
Pointing at me,
me and you,
doing everything right.
my treat. I set up the experience. Get to go. We have to go just somewhere spontaneous tomorrow.
I thought we're not.
2-day trip.
Whatever you want.
Whatever I pick, and I'll set up some cool ass shit to reciprocate.
I'll go anywhere. I'm down.
Have you ever been to a UFC fight?
Never been ever in my life.
It's a great. You ever watch a UFC fight?
I have to tell you, like the
This is gonna
I've
get really
watched
interesting.
I've watched a couple of them.
Yeah.
And they're like so graphic and painful
Oh,
looking.
it's
Like
fucking
I mean,
insane.
I feel those guys' pain when they get. Sometimes I have a hard time getting to the end because I'm like, oh my god, his fucking head, and the guy gets right back up and he hits him again. I'm like, oh, his fucking head.
Dude, you know how tiring
like
exhausting
savage
is?
like- sport on
I
earth.
don't even
Literally, it's the
understand
most
how.
savage
Like
sport.
I would go, but I would be like, I'd start to like feel these guys' feelings every time they get hit. I don't know why, but I like.
You hear it too, where we're sitting.
And they're
warrior.
bleeding and it's painful and like I cannot take a hit like that. 0% chance. I'm just not that kind of guy. And you see these guys do it and it's like, whoa.
What's that next?
When
name?
is it? Can somebody look up when the next UFC fight is? Like even if it's Apex,
Yeah, I'm looking at
even if it's Apex, yeah, it's every weekend. So it's on ESPN. It's the shit. It's the smaller versions. There's two. There's like the main event shit that's like fuck you. So if you're in Dana's like tight circle,
Yeah.
he has a mix of some of the highest, most profile people in the world, like Trump, Tom Brady, Halle Berry, David Spade, like his
David's
drunk fucking buddy
funny.
from like back in the day.
Next week's in London.
Oh, it's in
I
London.
can't do that. I can't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
London.
we can't
I don't have a
Pain.
pa- I
All
don't
right,
have- I don't have a
July 29th in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Poirier versus Gaethje.
Gaethje.
Sorry. Go.
I don't really fuck with the
I
UFC
don't
though, as
watch
far
the
as like
UFC
just
like
because like there's so much drama around. I didn't know how real it was.
But
Like,
you love it.
I love it because I helped really create the UFC during COVID and helped Dana behind the scenes really push
Yeah.
and make the sport bigger during COVID.
He's a friend of yours.
I'd like to consider Dana a partner, even though he called me out in front of 70 million people and called me a pussy. Dana is a dear friend of mine, and I've done a lot for the UFC, and Dana's done a lot for me.
He was at the North End the other day or something. There's some pictures of him.
Oh, he was.
Dude, he's the greatest dude in the
yeah,
fucking
he was in
world.
Boston.
was he?
for,
He was at Camela's, I think.
No, he was.
Italian
Yeah,
place?
he was in Boston.
Yeah.
Should we try and get him on the FaceTime?
No,
Let me try again. I mean, he's not picking up my calls now. You know what his last text was?
He didn't pick up your call spot. I thought he was a friend.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
I
Last
love-
time we did.
You know
this.
what's great about Bob? He's grossly honest. He's like, no, I lost at that fight. Doesn't try to hide it. Doesn't anything. I go, oh, he didn't pick up your calls. He goes, no, I didn't.
No, because Dana is now the problem with Dana is they're in business now with some people that I dealing with some shit with. So it's a lot of he missed my call again.
There
Damn,
you go.
fuck, what a shame. Yeah, just didn't happen.
But
He missed his call on camera.
I think the reality though is we're gonna get a shark today. So that's
We gotta get a shark.
Yeah,
How long
so-
have we been talking for? All right, we have 10 more minutes. So guys, I'm gonna just host the show. Pigeon,
What's up?
host the show.
Oh, sorry.
Just host it.
Oh, what's going on?
You got 10 minutes. Finish it
oh,
up, bro.
I got 10 minutes. All right.
Take over.
Sit back and vape in my multi-million-dollar house here.
Dude, you just put me on the spot there. Wow. So if we don't get a shark today, we're going to Vegas. Is that what we're saying?
Well, it was undefined.
Undefined. Oh, undefined place. Yeah.
Brother,
Whoa.
any wager you
we
want
made
to
a
make, I'll do
separate.
any.
We made a separate deal on camera. I don't know if he's still like on that, but what do you think?
Yep.
Oh, also, Bob's like vaping right now. Yesterday, he's like, if you go find me a vape in 10 minutes in Nantucket, okay? And let me tell you guys a story. In Nantucket, there's nowhere to buy vapes in the downtown. For people who haven't been, there's no
Very bad
place to get a vape downtown Nantucket for some weird reason.
Tori.
He's like,
Is there?
is
No,
there?
there's none.
Okay, so there's
So
none.
where
okay,
would
yeah.
someone get a vape?
From the Cape.
Oh, can you,
You
even
have
buy
to
them on the
import
island?
it from the Cape.
Wait, you have to import it from the Cape?
Yeah.
Wait, can you even buy them on the island?
No.
So
Well,
last
actually,
last night,
you
Bob's
can.
like,
You can?
Not
It's the,
well, you can't buy them at Cumberland's?
there's a guy.
Can you buy them at Cumberland's?
There's a guy.
Oh,
I got a
there's a
vape
guy
guy.
that gets
That's
it
a
from the
dealer, dude. It's not like a
No,
store.
we're talking about like
Yeah.
nicotine vapes.
I went this morning to Cumberland Farms.
You can't buy them at Cumberland Farms?
7 in the morning.
She's got someone you can buy them from. She said.
Wait, are you serious? You can't
Yeah.
buy a vape on Nantucket?
You got to get him from like.
I don't know, bro.
Dude, so I was running around. Okay, so yesterday, Bob,
By the way, this is how big this show is. Just to let you know, it's a big show. Continue. on.
Bob, what was that? Bob just showed her his
Yeah,
Instagram.
me and Post Malone. Big Bay again.
She's like, wow, look at her
Keep going.
face.
Keep hosting the show.
Okay, so Bob.
Me and
So-
Joe.
so Bob-
me and Joe Burrow, the biggest.
Okay. All
quarterback.
right, now he's just big dicking around
But
me.
yeah, there's actually nowhere to buy a vape.
Okay, so last night, Bob's like, Harry, I'm going to give
You
you
heard of
10
Snoop Dogg?
minutes. Is this guy fucking.
Oh shizzle.
All right.
Trick doesn't work anymore.
So he's like, Harry, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. Go find a vape. If you find a vape in 10 minutes, I will give you $500. So we take the video camera, the vlog camera, and we're running around the streets of Nantucket. I'm going up to every single person. I'm like a crack addict. I'm like, do you have a vape? I will pay you right now for your vape. And everyone was like, no. Everyone was like, get the fuck away from me. This kid's crazy. And then finally we find this one worker. He's like behind a building fucking hitting a box vape, right? One of them like big ones. I'm like, bro, how much for that vape right now? I'm going to cash app you right now. He pulls up his cash app. I'm about to cash app this dude. Like a lot. Like it was like a lot for one vape.
You just trying to explain how you didn't get it done?
No, but here's the story. So right as I'm about to send it.
We're waiting for it.
Right as I'm about to send it, he's like, nah. And he like dips around the corner. He got like scared. He got like stage fright. So I'm like fucking so pissed off. I'm like walking back to the restaurant. And we're walking in and the waitress goes, there's carbon monoxide poisoning upstairs. You cannot come upstairs. That's her Bob sitting with Elliot and Danielle upstairs. And he's like, because I wanted them, even if they secured the vape, I still wanted to win the bet. So even if they got the vape in 5 minutes and came back, I wanted to hold them so they didn't give me the vape till 5 minutes and 1
Which is a
second
genius
left.
idea because there were no
then
rules.
Bob
There were no rules.
There were no rules. Yeah.
Right. Like
so then
fine.
we
Very
pushed
loose.
upstairs and we finally got up there and we couldn't even get a vape. And then Bob comes downstairs, goes up to some guy and he's like, hey, I'll pay you $150 for a vape. Bob buys a vape from this kid. The vape is fucking dead.
Yeah, your
bought a dead
homeboy
vape for
sells you
$150.
$150
we're
dead
gonna-
vape.
we're gonna
I got away with it,
He
though,
knew
because
exactly what he was doing.
The Zell, no, he
didn't
was-
hit?
No, he was kind of like nervous because he was like, "This is never happening." He was a waiter at that crew,
Yeah.
whatever. And basically, what happens? I sent him the Zell, and it actually worked out in my favor because some people didn't register Zell, so you can cancel it. So right when I tried to hit that fucking vape, I said, "Fuck
You're
this
gonna-
motherfucker."
Cancel mine.
Cancel
too
that
after
vape.
The gas thing. I didn't register mine.
Oh yeah, that was pretty embarrassing, dude.
Everyone has
The car
Do you
got
vape?
declined.
here.
Do you vape or no?
Never vape. You
Oh
vape
God,
for
you're under
free.
the hot. You're under the hot seat. You're under the hot seat. Do you vape?
So like, here's the deal. Like, I remember when Tori was like 14 years old.
On your
I
hidden
found a
jewel.
vape in her like pocketbook or something, and I gave her a whole long story about how it's not good and it's a bad idea. She did not like that, but she definitely does sometimes. I don't think she's like an addicted vapor.
No,
but she
vaping is
vapes.
like-
Yeah.
I think I'd kind of let my kids just kind of figure it out
Yeah.
when I fuck with them.
Would you let your kids vape?
I would.
He took my door off for
Oh.
like a few months.
No, what I would do is I would get them very.
Wait,
That's
wait,
amazing.
wait.
That's great.
Wait.
Well, she would
Look
go
at
in
her
her
Military
room.
background, bro.
Well, she would go in her room vape, and so I
Yeah.
knew she was vaping in there, and I didn't. She was like 14.
Yeah,
dude. You
14's
can't-
too young
like,
to vape. 14's too young to vape. Okay. all right.
Whatever you were, I don't
Either
remember.
way,
the-
that's
but-
pretty
So
young.
like,
Great
you're like,
parenting.
you're,
That's good
you're,
parenting.
you're,
No, that's
and,
good
and
parenting. I
you
would do the
didn't
same.
listen to me. You kept doing it. So all you want when you're 16, you want privacy. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm gonna take your goddamn door off. So I went up to her bedroom. I got a hammer. I got a bum. Popped the hinges off. I said, okay, now you can be in your room whenever you want, and your door is wide open, and everybody can see what you're doing.
Dude, I've never gained more respect for you ever.
That's awesome.
What did you do?
I like that.
She was pissed, like really
I would be
pissed,
pissed
like
too.
like on the floor, screaming and crying, freaking out. Not,
What is
not
it-
having a door when you're
Yeah,
16.
that's that. For months too. Like you said, months.
the door
Is that
back
true?
on.
Months.
It was actually a pretty good tactic. It worked.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, did she stop?
What did it work?
Did you stop or no? Sorry.
Well, I mean,
Do you still have a vape? Wait, do you still have a vape here?
What else?
Do you have a
I
vape?
have to change in my
Do you have a vape?
No.
Yes, you do. You just told
Look
me
at her
I'm upstairs and
smiling.
it wasn't yours though.
She's smiling.
No, but I want to buy it off you. That's why.
what is
serious.
that thing in your pocket? What is she? What is that thing in her pocket?
I don't know.
Oh, it's the top of a vape.
Oh, it's the top
It's
of
the
a
top
vape.
of a vape.
Top of a
No, I
vape.
swear,
She
time
doesn't
out.
vape.
I
Oh my
have.
God.
It's mine.
No, no.
Oh,
no,
it's
wait,
not
wait,
to
time
mine.
out.
That's the top of a vape.
It's not to
It's my
mine.
friend's pants that I wore
Whatever,
from last night.
I've
No,
seen those
alright, we
pants
can't
on you
expose her
10
on
times.
camera.
I've literally never worn these pants.
Yeah.
since I
Take
I'm
the
gonna-
door
I'm-
off.
I'm
Take
taking your door off.
The door is coming off.
I'm
man.
definitely
Tuck
taking
it.
your door off,
This
dude.
is not. I didn't even realize.
She's,
until right
she's
now.
holding the top of a vape.
Dude, honestly, can I have it, please? I've already taken your sweatpants, your
Bob
food, your
Bob will
rations.
sell you right now. For
No, I think I'm maxed on Zell after this island. I think you only get like 5,000 in transfers.
This is my friends. These were my friends.
I know, not you. I know.
It
Yeah.
wasn't.
You know what I would do?
There's a song by Shaggy. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I would get the child. I would have gone more savage. I would have been like, oh, you want a vape? Okay, here's more. I would get you really, really addicted to it. Like I would have kept having him hit it for like a week, 2 weeks, like I'm so addicted. And I would just locked you in a shed and put a camera in there, and then like had to like go through the withdrawal symptoms.
Yo, what's it like to quit vaping?
No, Bob. In all seriousness,
Yeah,
you might not want to procreate. You might. That sounds like you.
To my son.
You don't.
Not my daughter,
Okay.
You'd be a good
You're
like.
gonna lock your son
bro. I would not have.
In a shed.
in a shed.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
After
And
getting
watch
him
him
addicted to
climb the
vaping.
walls. Nicotine's one of the most addictive
I
substances
know.
in like humankind.
No, it is.
You know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw like a snake in there. I'm gonna fuck with him.
We,
What I was saying is that there's jewels here and there's not jewels.
Yeah,
in
how do you
other
buy 'em?
places.
Is it flavored? Because Massachusetts
This
is.
is not mine.
I know, but you told me, and I'm
Already
not
was-
ratting you
was-
So
out.
you're telling me they
wasn't
don't
me.
sell
Wasn't
vapes
me.
I
anywhere
want to take out
on
that gunna
Nantucket.
shit though.
That
That's all I
anywhere.
want to take out the gunna shit.
What's that? Get the hammer.
Get
Doors
the hammer
down.
doors coming off. That's right.
They don't sell vapes anywhere on Nantucket.
No, they
I thought for sure
Dude, I
they
went to
had-
Cumberland Farms this morning at 8 a.m. I don't know why vaping is such a huge topic. I went there. I snuck out of the house because I was like,
It's only because you needed one so bad because you're an addict. That's
I'm
why.
absolutely an
Okay,
addict.
like
Like, I'm like, I have
that's
an
the
addictive
problem.
personality. You know, I think it makes me really successful and then it hurts me at times. But
I believe that statement actually.
you know, I think like it
right.
makes me go really heavy, like
100%.
high risk, like you know, like I don't give a fuck. But obviously, it has its down.
I told you, you are the definition of ADHD untreated, which is success.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, if you have
No,
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 if you have
no.
no drive and
Yeah,
you have
man,
no
I-
motivation,
Did you ever get like diagnosed?
means what it
ADD?
means.
yeah, my mom like hired like a really. We didn't have money growing up, so
I
like
went
she
to a
hired a
shrink.
really shitty doctor, and he like showed me a couple like ink blots, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you have fucking ADHD. Here's fucking
Yeah,
pills."
they get
Right, well,
they're
Bob,
prescribed-
And I was like,
here's
all
the-
the leaves are,
Bob,
the leaves are brown.
I mean, here's the deal, though, right? So you got to be free. You got to be free and have all your natural chemicals. You know what I mean? Like whatever your no, I'm serious. So that's what his drive is. His drive is immense. His drive is immense. You give people drugs, they have no drive. They walk around numb. Half the Chads on this island are numbed up with some kind of fucking pill so that they can feel better.
Yeah.
I know it's a fucking intervention.
Are you kidding me? No, it's true. It's true. That's how I feel.
No, I agree.
Adderall is a crazy drug. People,
I'm telling you
people
right
don't
now.
realize how like.
It's not just Adderall, dude.
powerful it is.
I don't know. I don't touch anything else. I've never done. First of
When was
all,
the first time you done Adderall? Like when was the first time you
so
ever did
I
it?
had a awful cocaine addiction.
You did?
Yeah, like
Oh, we put this in.
yeah.
Have you talked about this before or now?
I mean, yeah, bro. I talk about everything. I don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
So like that's Lawrence at
No,
17?
no.
Oh,
that
post.
was between 23 and 28 years old, caddying in a country club in Los Angeles, California. I was like Aaron Rodgers caddy for like Will Ferrell. That was like a prestigious country club.
doing lines all day.
Bro, I was the fastest caddy you could ever find. Nobody waited for their golf ball. So, but it got to the point where it was so bad at 28 years old, I was homeless in the back of a car, sleeping for 2 months.
Wow.
My flat tire, hallucinating. I took an accidental line of crystal meth.
Ooh.
This is a happy ending, don't worry. And then just went back to Boston. I've already told
I
this.
go off on the crystal meth part.
I didn't intentionally do it. Some guy was on the like thing, and I was like, "Yo," he's like, "Here's a bump." By the way, if you do cocaine, you're a fucking idiot because you're gonna die.
Yeah.
If you like ever have
least
the opportunity,
nowadays.
that's where I would lock my kid in the shed for a year without food.
Aw.
Dude, if you do cocaine nowadays, you're done. It's dumb as fuck. I have not touched coke in 7 years. I've done like 1 line, 2 lines, maybe in the actually 7 years. But I've never I will never touch that shit ever.
I've never done it either.
But
So
so,
that-
tried it.
so in all seriousness, like addiction is a big deal. I joke about the nicotine thing; it's a big deal, you know. But there's a lot of people addicted to a lot of stuff. Like what? So there's a moment in time where how did you stop? Did you go to rehab?
So I went to
I would love to help people stop. Seriously,
bro. I'm like,
He locked himself into shit.
bro. I'm good. Like I'm good now. Like I was. This is what happened. 28 years old we had that thing where I hallucinated. Was in the back of a car.
So
Thought
it was
people.
crystal meth.
I hit it line. I was up for 3 days.
And so that's
I
like
drove
just
to a
mixed in there.
I don't know. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
yeah.
whatever. So then I drove in. I thought people were chasing me. Fucking was up for 3 days hallucinating. Broke into a CVS. I had -$700 in my bank account. Homeless. Set off all the alarms. Thought people were chasing me and shit. And then like had to go home to Boston at 28 years old to my parents' house, and like basically trying to be an actor comedian. I've told this 1,000 times, so I get boring telling it. Went back to Boston and then got kind of found a little groove with my voice and the internet, and then just went really quick, and then just got never wanted to go back to that moment again.
Good.
But then,
If you
but
think
then
that,
I snuck a couple of zaps in there, and sometimes like zaps or Adderall I call them.
But
So it does kind of
Adderall.
I don't know, because if I say a word, I don't know, it's just zaps.
But do you think that moment, like
I just got out of
that-
a
if-
fac-
if
I
that
just
could
got
be-
out of like a facility, you know. Like I went to like a don't worry. I went to like a crazy ass crazy ass facility that like hypno because I had a horrible breakup with my girl. Don't ever cheat on a guy who cares about you.
Oh God.
Ever.
I don't think I would.
Okay. So I was like dark, and so I like went crazy and took a bunch of shit, and then went nuclear. And
When was like the worst point in Adderall? Like your Adderall?
it was when I went off on my girl on social media and just blasted her ass, and was in like took 10 Adderalls. This was like a month ago, bro.
10 Adderalls in one.
I was
day?
just like, yeah, I was just like, I didn't care because I was so fucking like fucked up in the head. over like being betrayed. Because for me, it's not even about like a cheat, not like that. About that, it's like there was so much like loyalty on my end, and then when you got betrayed, I was like, fucking, my mind went crazy. Healed. That was it. And then I went in like got like hypnotized and all this shit, and we're good.
And I mean now, I mean this is, and then now you're.
But I went from like minus $700 to building.
You're 2 weeks clean now, right?
I mean, bro, I'm good.
No, 2 weeks clean from Adderall.
Oh, you have Adderall?
Take off her door.
No, that's what the feeling is so good though.
It gets you locked in. You just can't abuse it. You have to have, if you take Adderall, because there are people that really do need it, but I also think it's like really, really overdiagnosed.
Well, like how much do you take? Like what's the milligrams you take?
I was taking 30. I was taking 30.
Right.
But I was taking Concerta. It's different though, long lasting.
Long lasting.
Well, Concerta's just a mix. It's just it's Ritalin.
Is Concerta
isn't it
Adderall
Ritalin?
or no?
Isn't it Ritalin and Adderall? Isn't that what Concerta is?
It's different. Everything does that.
It's
You know
very
what the dangerous ones are? Those orange bangers. Those orange circles.
Is Concerta Adderall?
Yeah, those are dangerous as fuck.
I only have 10.
But you
10
pro-
milligrams.
And then I
10 milligrams, yeah.
That's
yeah,
good.
Concertas are the long lasting.
Yeah.
So that way I don't crash.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah.
You got to do it this way. If you're gonna do it right, you fucking eat a really big breakfast because it cuts your appetite. You
that
fucking
sucks.
eat up, then you take it, and then you get juiced up till like what would you say, like 5 hours?
Make me want to take Adderall again.
7 p.m.
The problem is though,
And then I don't want to do anything at 7 p.m.
and then with for the like addict mentality, you're just like
Superman all the whole.
you want to go up again. You know what I mean? And so that was the difference between me and you. You're over here just probably sucking down tens. I'm like, let's keep this motherfucker going.
Nowadays it's energy drinks. You ever getting hooked on energy drinks or no?
No, I'm good though. I'm in a good state of mind now. I just had to get over some shit for 2 months. I'm good. I'm ready to be dialed back in again.
We got to catch some sharks today.
Yeah, so guys, this is a
We
great
stick
episode.
to
I
it.
really had a good time. And like, believe it or not, as much as you think it's like all this idle time and talking, I know when a good podcast is made, this is a really relaxed, great podcast.
No, this is great.
And you're gonna become
Bob's a great host.
famous.
Aw.
No, I'm just kidding. Probably not. We kind of fell off a little bit. All right, we're good.
We kind of fell. Wait, can we plug